Hello.
Hello.
Cheat
Hello?
cookies.
Hello.
What the heck?
Wow.
Pikachu.
Pikachu, Pika,
I don't know.
Pikachu.
Pika,
Oh.
Pikachu.
My voice
Ah, yeah,
cut off.
there you go. P.
Pikachu.
Did someone say cookies?
Oh yeah,
Pika!
you know what I have on hand? These nice cookies wrapped in
know.
plastic.
Yeah, actually, I
Yeah.
have one of my Emmy cookies next to me too. I have the
Oh, wait.
Sprigs one.
No,
I already ate my last Emmy
Fitting.
cookie.
Hold on, do I have
Aw.
one on my dresser?
No, I
Probably.
ate my last Emmy cookie already.
Oh,
Oh, I
Alright.
do! I have the red R
Oh, oops,
Oh, there
hold
we
on, gotta drop
go.
something real quick. I'll be right back.
in a world.
Yeah. Aww.
I just have my Coke.
Heart.
I have
I'm
my
sorry,
Coke.
but
So I have something.
Groot,
sweet.
Quick,
cannot
somebody play the
commit-
KG soundboard so he's still here.
Uh,
I'm not
greetings,
doing it.
everybody. My name is KG.
Greetings, everybody. My name is KG Prestige.
Whoa,
Oh my god,
Wait,
yeah,
wait,
we have the sound button.
wait.
Yeah, we have the sound
What?
button.
I didn't even know we had that.
What?
forgot
It's
about
been
that.
there since I
Oh, we have
added
so
it.
many things. We also have this.
I'm like Ivysaur, draining all your health with leech seed.
Oh
what?
god.
And this.
Pikachu. Pikachu.
Pikachu.
Oh.
Pika-Pee.
Well, that's like
Oh my God.
OG Pikachu.
Oh my
And then
god,
for
this is anipoke.
we also have that. And then
Not yet, not
we
yet,
have
not yet, not yet,
We have
Joe.
that too.
Where's the whirl and Emmy noises?
Oh yeah, we
them.
we
Well,
need to
Emmy
add
has
them.
a Pikachu, but
Whirl.
We need to have Emmy saying Pika Pikachu and add that one instead.
Pikachu.
Pika.
Mhm.
And we also have
Better ingredients, better pizza.
Oh my
Papa
god,
John's.
no, why?
Yeah, I'm gonna just delete that one. That was stupid.
Yeah, that was
slide.
kinda
Yeah, that one's kind of dumb.
How are you playing these? How are you doing that?
What?
Well, do you have your Discord updated? Because
Yeah.
it's through the
Oh.
soundboard.
No.
Oh,
Maybe.
Oh,
Open
okay.
soundboard.
I mean, if you find the soundboard, it will be really.
Yes.
Others.
All right, I'm back. I don't know what
All
y'all are
right.
laughing about.
KG.
Wow! Where the hell was that? Wow! Oh, Jesus Christ! Make sure to be careful with what buttons you click. Then.
Oh yeah,
Oh, I
yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't
Do
worry.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not.
Do
Be
not.
very
Richie button. Do not.
Yeah,
get it.
I want to
I get-
delete that button again, but Richie's crazy ass will not let me. So.
I
I'll
did. He got
Okay.
mad at me. So.
I'll do it. I don't care if he's mad at me.
All
Okay.
right, go ahead.
Done.
Anyway, I'm
Good.
going back
Oh,
to
thank you.
Tyrone's
I couldn't
stream. Gotta
appreciate
go.
that.
All right, Miss. Thanks for hopping on through for a bit. We hope to see you again in just a couple of minutes because he's actually about to rate us in anyway. So.
No.
But hello, everybody. Hello. Now we can officially introduce everyone. My name is KG Prestige, and welcome back to another exciting edition of the PokéPod Masters podcast, where me and my pals gather around to go and talk about things that have gone down within the past week. A lot of shenanigans came through, a lot of announcements and trailers and discussions and films and whatever it may be are out there. And we are going to be here, but it's going to definitely be interesting to see how things will be talked about for today, because we're not simply going to talk about an episode. We're talking about a series, a brand new generation, 2 episodes, an opening, and a bunch of other content as well to go alongside with that. If you guys recall, last week we did get the revelation of a brand new, the final trailer, I should say, for The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the
Yay!
Kingdom. So we might dabble on that for a couple of seconds. We did get a bunch of other things revealed as well. A bunch of new games coming out soon. A bunch of anime that we've been watching last week as well. And yeah, a bunch more to discuss with today's session. So we're going to do our best to quickly cover a lot of the smaller topics today, because I know for a fact, given the scope of the audience we got here in this call for today, it is probably going to be a very ginormous session when it comes to the anipoke talk. So expect things to be anipoke centric for about 2 hours. So that's why I'm going to quickly try to go through it by the time we get to hit 11 o'clock or 10 o'clock. So
We're gonna speed run.
yeah, so
Yeah.
let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's speed run through a majority of these things for today. First off, let's go and quickly talk about everybody who is actually with us right now. Of course, we can't just simply jump right into the discussion. That's not great. No, so we got to say hello to all the peoples in the couch. We got our buddies over here, Miss Emmy, Miss Cosmic. Over here in the other couch, we got Miss Polly and Miss Nessa. And then we got my boy over here on his couch, Mr. Dean. over
I'm
here
not on a
too.
couch, am I? Am I on a
you're so-
couch? I'm
Yeah,
in a
you're on
chair.
you're on
You're so
SpongeBob.
formal today, Mr. Prestige.
Honestly, it's because I don't know why. I just felt like saying Miss and Mister today. Maybe I'm in a good mood. You know what? Today's Monday was actually pretty good for me. So
Aw.
I got
Aw.
home after a nice day of work. It was busy as hell, but I came home, ate me one of these Emmy cookies, and then
Aw.
just came here, took care of some business, and now I'm here to talk with all of you guys
He business.
for the pod.
Business.
So yeah, I do want to apologize a little bit in advance that I've been a little slacking when it comes to the uploads of these sessions on YouTube as well as on the podcast server with the Buzzsprout. These past couple of weeks, especially during the time of March, has definitely taken a toll on like focusing on that I had to kind of put that a little bit behind. I really need to figure out how to take care of that more efficiently, but I'm trying, chat. So in the meantime, I hope you guys continue to come through here every Monday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to join me and my buddies here for a discussion of games, anime, films, you name it. We'll probably be here to talk about it in the best that we possibly can. So with all that finally covered, taken care, and out of the way, let's begin. Do we have any announcements to make real quick?
Yes.
Oh, do we?
Yes, we do.
Oh,
We
shit.
do
Wait,
have
what
an
the hell happened to
announcement.
you?
We do have an announcement, guys. Everyone,
Uh-oh.
everyone. We have a
Oh, no.
big announcement, all right? Cosmic Vengeance _ got her master's. She has the diploma. She got it. It's official. She's a Pokemon master. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
That's not what I got my degree in, but it'd be cool if it
You
was.
be a master.
Well, you got your master's, so that's
Diploma
what it
master.
Exactly.
I'll
So
be
now, guys.
graduating.
A brand new
Officially
chapter.
done.
Okay. Yay.
She is now Cosmic Vengeance Master
Oh, God.
_. So everyone
Cosmic
say
Vengeance
congratulations to
Master.
her. Yeah, there we go.
They probably
you,
pay attention
everyone.
when
Yay.
Yeah, now the master subtitles in the PokéPod Master is starting to slowly make more sense.
It makes sense.
Yeah. She's the first master. Now we all know.
Exactly.
Well,
Yeah.
actually, Polly got her
Actually.
master's first.
Yeah.
Wait, during the Master series or before?
No,
that?
she prior.
Oh, okay, well, no, that doesn't
Nobody
count. Then do it
remembers?
again. I wasn't looking in this.
Do it again. Walk
Nah.
on the stage again.
Yeah,
See the-
walk on the stage again. You can do this, Polly. Nah, I'm just kidding, though. Congratulations to the both of you. And sincerely, it's
Thanks.
amazing.
It was a year ago, but
Yeah, I know. We're just still, regardless, still,
bro.
congratulations.
we also have a doctorate here as well. Damn.
Yeah, that's true.
Actually, a lot of us all have different, like, different styles of just lifestyles. It's kind of crazy when you really think about it.
Tyrone.
Yeah, look at that Tyrone over there. Say
Yeah.
congratulations. We got medics, we got bakers, we got workers, we got mafia bossmans. We got everything that you
What?
guys can.
Oh my gosh. Yo, guys, if you think about it, we're the in textbooks, how you see that photo of the different jobs? We're all of that. If you think about
I thought you were gonna be like, yeah, if you look in the dictionary and you look up Pokemon Masters, you'll see us or something.
it. See us.
Yeah, for some reason we're all there.
Yeah.
It just shows all of us.
Yeah, indeed. Nah, man, but I gotta pick up the slack though. Y'all are beating my asses in the quote retweets and in real life too, man. Stop doing
What?
that.
No, that's not
reach
true.
Y'all got your diplomas and your GEDs and your CPUs and whatever the fuck you guys call them. So y'all killing the game right now, man.
I know.
I've
You
been-
are too, KG.
KG,
You are too.
you have time because I basically was your age when I started getting when I went
Oh
back
yeah,
to
I know.
school.
That's why I said I gotta
Yeah,
start working
you
on that.
You can.
I'm only in the listen, man. I'm only leading a mafia. There's not really much of an accomplishment
Oh,
right there on that.
My God.
You don't need to be a degree to have one. to be
Exactly.
successful.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Exactly.
as fateful as saying that, like, you don't need a license to drive a sandwich. It's not good.
Sandwich.
They're the same thing.
I know.
Nah-
Actually, my family was in a catering business, so I was like, definitely selling food.
nah. But oh wow, really?
Yep.
Ah, nice though. But no, in all seriousness, don't worry about me. I was just fiddling around with that. I always just use a lot of the little things of my own as a joke. So, but in all sincereness, I am doing things behind the scenes. I just haven't talked about it much yet. So expect stuff from me soon for that. But for the most part, we're not focusing on me right now. We're focusing on the buddies who have accomplished some big accomplishments, and it's only worth praising them in the here and now. So congratulations to our buddy Cosmic for just recently acquiring
Yay.
your hands on that.
Thank you. I
And of
appreciate
course,
it.
to all the buddies here in this call as well for having done their accomplishments too. And it's most important to know that as time passes on, we're not simply stalling, we're continuing to do our best to move forward with our future goals in mind. So, with that being said, I gotta follow the hydrate rule because everyone starts.
I actually did it without them actually knowing
3
that they
sips of
did it.
water.
I did. That hurts, bro.
By the way, I bought a half
Of
gallon
water.
of thing from Walmart
Holly, I'm
today,
proud of you too.
and I drank the entire thing already. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm being unhealthy, drinking pop here.
No!
No,
What is
see, don't
that?
worry. I was like that on Friday too because they said I could hydrate, and I did
Yeah,
drink
then-
Fanta Orange. So
We got a good
Then the
sticker out of
streams
it.
crashed.
Shiny
Yeah.
water is that what it is?
Yeah, essentially, yeah. You guys manifested a shiny, so it came out as shiny water. So really, it's your fault, guys. I just want you guys to know that. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank
Wait,
you.
what?
Toast to that. I'm gonna eat the Zorua cookie now. I
Yay!
probably should take a picture of it before I forget it.
Yeah,
Aw.
don't. Yeah.
No, I mean I already showed it
Maybe
on
that's the
stream
case.
though, so it's fine if I already showed it.
Bite
then.
its head off.
All right, I will. Yeah,
We'll
the
make
top
the
head it
plush
does.
watch.
Soda is shiny water, guys. So with that being said, that must mean that Diet Pepsi is probably the best thing to go for with shiny
Yuck.
water. Oh,
Yuck.
I ordered a cookie, by the way. Good.
Oh,
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry
I
for the
did something
sound of the
good.
crunch.
See, Emmy's a master too at baking.
thank you,
Yes.
thank you.
Now get your
Thank you, thank
baking
you.
master's degree, and we can start talking about things.
I did. Well, I don't think there is a master's for baking, is there? Or actually, no, there is.
I
There's
think
a red
Malin-
seal.
and
Well,
culinary.
there's you can
Yeah,
you
there's
can
a
go to
red
school
seal.
for food science.
No, there's a red seal. So that means like you're the best. You're like qualified for everything. But that's a test, and I don't want to take a test. I'm okay with just being an Emmy baker. That's okay. But I have a diploma.
Nice. Now, Joker, just to let you know, there was a point when I did drink Coke Zero at once because of your memes that you kept posting about it on the Discord server. So I did try it out. I could not get the difference between the Diet Coke and the Coke Zero. They're both great on their own. I just can't figure out what's the difference between the two. They just taste the same to me.
I guess.
But
one
I've
really-
also put Clorox in my tongue, so probably that messed up my taste buds for a while back. So, yeah, don't worry about it. But other than that, though, it's been pretty much good, though. I did like the taste of it. I just can't figure out the difference between the two. It's essentially tasting like Saratoga Springs water with Poland Spring water. They're both freaking water.
I want to go to Saratoga Springs so badly. It's supposed to be really pretty there. If anyone's from there, send me some pics.
Yeah, seriously. I had a blueberry muffin today, and it was good. Hey, Navy in the chat. How you doing, Navy, buddy?
Not the Navy.
I feel like I did something
Ahoy.
stupid like KG when I was young. Well, I'm glad I don't feel alone with that. Okay, just to explain with that whole Clorox story. Yeah, there was a point when I did drink Clorox by accident. Just to be clear on that.
By accident.
Yeah.
Hoy.
Okay. Yeah, there's a whole backstory behind that. Essentially, back then, because of how me and my mother used to handle certain things with business and all that stuff with laundry, she would pour the Clorox in a water bottle. But normally, she always would remove the tag of the Poland Spring thing to signify that, okay, this is being used for Clorox. I don't think it was removed at the time because she just only did it. And I finished hauling a bunch of stuff.
Oh my god.
Left and right, so I got thirsty, and I was like, "Ooh, boy, I'm thirsty." So I went ahead and I saw the nearest bottle by me, and I was like, it was in the bathroom too. I was like, "Huh, what's here for?" But whatever, I'll take a sip, right? Sip, and then I don't remember anything after that. But I do know I'm okay now, though. So there you go.
Oh my god.
Oh.
It doesn't sound like you ingested much. Until you're like you spit it out. You're like, hey, something's funny.
Listen, man. I'll tell you right now. The moment you taste it, you immediately react to it. It's like that. I'm not asking you guys to do it, okay? I'm not asking you guys to. Please do not try this at all. Shit was bad. Okay. I still believe my tongue is still.
I believe it.
Yeah. So.
No, because that thing kills. Yeah, because it kills whatever's on sight. So it kind of makes sense.
Oh man, your tongue has no bacteria. Oh man. Oh god.
Oh man, you know what's the worst part? I got no taste buds. Let's go.
No.
Now I'm eating a normal cookie. I think it's supposed to taste sweet. I don't know.
Oh.
I think.
No.
My dad told me the story once. He accidentally drank bleach almost. And also the kind of similar, like where he didn't realize it was. He thought it was water too. and then there was like it wasn't like named in anything, so that happened to him. But then he when he realized something was off, he had to spit it out.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. It was like it was a fight or flight reaction with me.
Yeah, that's what he told me too. I was like, oh my god.
I guess it's just a Hispanic thing for us, man. Because
yeah, he told me this happened when he was young. He was like, and then he was still living in Ecuador at the time too. So again, sadly, it has happened.
Yeah, it's just a thing we run into sometimes. But hey, it's a funny story to talk about many years later, though.
Yeah,
that's for sure. But yeah, so be careful what you drink, ladies and gents. Just. Oh man.
Read labels.
Yeah, please read labels.
But the thing didn't have labels on it. It was a water bottle.
Okay, don't put bleach in water bottles. Okay. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, don't.
No,
I know one thing. I know one thing for Hispanics we're notorious for is like we just put in anything as a container.
Exactly, you understand it. Listen, we reuse. You know what Bob the Builder says? Reduce, reuse, recycle. We stand by that code. The 3 R's.
I thought he said Scoop and Dizzy. We can fix it. What the? I remember saying that.
That was Dizzy saying that.
I'm just remembering the fan fiction that I found that one time.
Oh God, no.
What? You know what? It's okay.
We're not going to talk about it.
We don't need to talk about that, Polly, but thank you for opening a wound that I didn't want to have open again after so. Oh, no, not that. Not Dizzy. Not my girl. She doesn't deserve that. God.
Back to Wattpad.
Oh, Lordy. But, yeah, so, ladies and gentlemen, of course, make sure to know what you're drinking. Be safe. Take a whiff if need to, so you don't wind up in a situation like I did, or like Nessa's parents did. Now, you know, once again, it's a very funny story we can always bring up on, you know. Well, at least for this one. Oh, man, wait till I get to talk about the Tide Pod story. But, whatever, that'll be for another day. So, yeah. In the meantime, though, let's go ahead and
drink.
I drank water that I thought was... Yeah, I'm drinking water right now. Hydrate, Tyrone.
No, I mean, what the fuck did you drink?
Oh, Clorox.
What?
Yeah. You missed out on quite a story, buddy.
Just the what?
It's just the what. It's the what for me.
But anyway, how you doing, Tyrone? I hope you had a good stream, though.
He lived, so
yeah.
Are you stupid?
If I said yes, would that justify my reasonings for?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, then yes, I am.
Lincoln, and I thought he was stupid.
No, but it also seriousness, everything's all good though. But like I said, the Tide Pod story will be for another day. In the meantime, though, Tyrone, how have you been? How was your stream with Budokai?
I have a close connection with Budokai 3.
Yeah, I know, right? I was supposed to join you for that. Where's the invite?
Oops.
Oh.
I was waiting patiently.
So I thought
It's with the Genshin invite.
I thought
that was your idea, by the way.
with Budokai 3, the way the story works is that you play everybody's different stories. I think I'm gonna do Goku's story first by myself, and then I'm gonna invite each person to do a story with the character.
Aww.
So I think that's how I'm gonna handle
Like
it.
Doki Doki Literature Club?
Kinda.
Kinda. We had different alternate universe takes with them, so I'll say that much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so I have a different guest. If some of those guests won't just be pod members, I might have like fans and shit.
Bring back DJ.
DJ!
Man, I miss his voice as Yuri. He was something else with that one.
That was hilarious.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But
he also did the
Joker
Louis
did also a
Armstrong
good job
voice.
too with
Yeah.
that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Nah, everybody had a fun time. I think the most important thing is everybody had a good time with that.
But yeah, Budokai 3 is special to me. It came out on my birthday, so it's a great game. It's like Sonic Colors and literally every Pokemon game.
Yo, I'm just saying, Tyrone. Best opening
Oh hell yeah!
for Budokai.
Yeah,
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
Love it.
I had the viewers watch that opening. We started. It was still Chef's Kiss.
Oh no, listen, man. Every stream you do a new chapter, you have to play that opening at the beginning. It just feels appropriate.
Most definitely.
Oh man. Someone in the chat says, KJ, I have a question. What's your favorite video game franchise? Yoshi's Island. Or just the Yoshi series in general.
Also,
Yoshi. Yes. I could do a better Shy Guy voice than Yoshi voice.
Do it.
Meow.
Aw.
Yeah. I don't know how the hell you're supposed to do that voice. It just comes out naturally.
Shy Guy's like
Huh?
Shy Guy's just like it's like a big wow, like wow. You can't say
Meow.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Meow.
You can't say wow, you wow. You can't say that. Wow.
I just found out about the Sniffit.
Oh yeah. I love those little bastards.
Yeah.
They were in they were in Super Mario Bros. too, I think, in USA.
Yeah, in the movie. I was
Yeah.
like, why is one of them wearing a gas mask? And then and then somebody, I think it was actually DJ, who was like, it's a Sniffit.
There's a
You know, I'm like, what's a Sniffit? So apparently there's different types of Shy Guys, and I was like, last week, the years old when I learned that.
So you lumped all the Shy Guys together. Wow.
Meow. Yeah. Is this spoilers? No, it was actually shown off in the trailers. Just to let you know, Felipe. Also, it's been a week. How the hell haven't you seen the movie?
I know, right? Not even just that. Snippets have existed since Mario 2. If you don't know what those are, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
You need to sniff it, bro. That's what you need to do.
So cute.
The snippets are great. No, that and I'm poor.
He's saying
Aw,
I'm in
Felipe.
school. I was like, they're still. We're just going to
This-
like during.
Oh,
like,
I would say
man.
Mario, go during the weekday. It'll be like $5.
yeah. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper during the week.
Yeah.
Oh man, but Mario movie's still great. Congratulations to the Mario movie, by the way, for hitting $700 million right now.
That's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
I don't even think it hit Japan yet, if I'm correct.
Not yet.
What?
No. I think,
Really?
next
No,
week.
I think it comes out on the 22nd, if I'm
You
correct.
would think it would come out in Japan really early
Yeah.
since it's Mario.
It's gonna be $1 billion pretty soon.
I think it's gonna hit a. I think it's gonna hit a billion.
Actually, I'm pretty interested to see the Japanese dub of Mario Brothers movie.
In case you guys don't know, Mamoru Miyano is voicing one of the
Yeah.
characters in the movie.
Hello. I want to watch that now.
So in other words, silent. So if you guys want a little bit of silent in your life, go watch the Japanese dub of the Mario movie.
We should
It's
do
a-
that for a watch party.
Oh, that'd be
We
funny,
should.
yeah.
Super
But it
Mario
needs to have
Brothers.
subtitles though.
Oh yeah, definitely. So hopefully someone out there will dub it. I mean, or we could just watch the regular version. Someone just dub that over. You know,
Stub it.
subtitles.
Mario.
Ooh, I want to hear the Bowser song in Japanese. Peaches, the peaches, the peaches, the peaches.
What is Peach in?
What do you mean? What is Peaches?
No,
I think-
Probably just peaches.
I think her name is still Peach in Japanese.
Princess.
Momo. It says Momo.
Momo.
The Momo?
Momo. I don't know if they'll say Momo. I just Google Translate it, so it's probably wrong.
Yeah, I love you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Daisuke.
Dice. Oh Lord. In other words, go watch the Mario movie. Become a part of history by seeing this
So
movie
good.
hit $1 billion.
Or it could be Lico's catchphrase. Miskata.
Aw, yeah, you know how much? So right now, for here domestic in the States, it's 353 million.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
is that just the US?
just the US? Yeah.
Wow.
Canada.
Is that,
12.
it doesn't say for Canada. It just said domestic, and it goes straight to international.
I mean, you're the only one in Canada that watched that movie.
Yeah. Even though your friends went with you. Which begs the question, what happened?
Yeah, no.
Well, don't
I think
worry. I mean, you are at least
yeah.
a part of the history.
Maybe
though.
how much
maybe-
are movie tickets up there? By the way, out of
Movie-
curiosity.
Tickets are. It depends. Like so on on Tuesdays it's like half price. So I think it's like $12, 14. Groot, help me out here. $14, and then usually it's like 17 or 18. I
Jeez.
think.
That's Canadian
Yeah, they're
dollars,
really
right?
high.
What kind of theater is
I
it,
heard
though?
G's,
Is it-
and here I am with New York Bucks money, bro. Like,
It's Canadian
Yeah.
too.
But Canada's always more expensive, so that's why I was curious.
Yeah.
You know.
It's,
We have
it's not.
taxes.
The fucking USD shit.
It's actually the US dollar and the Canadian dollar are not the same.
no.
They're
That's
definitely
why.
not the same.
Yeah, man. How's that Switch?
We are not
price,
the
though?
same.
Oh, the Switch price here. Let's update it for you. All right. So, Nintendo Switch for Canada.
Oh yeah, I still
I
gotta
mean-
open up this Switch.
I
I got
mean,
here.
when we go to Canada, I ain't buying shit. I'm just gonna
I
look at
know.
it. I'm be like,
Yo.
Emmy,
Actually,
No, you know what we gotta do, Tyrone? We gotta survive, so we gotta bring water from here to bring it
Actually,
over there, bro.
oh my
Emmy,
god.
Emmy, actually, sure, you're about the same as us.
I'm like Emmy.
Yeah,
buy this for me.
because I know around by me though, if
I'll
for a
buy you
regular
things.
ticket, it's like about $13 for a regular ticket.
Really?
Yeah, here, yeah.
Wow, you guys are lucky,
Oh.
man. Woo!
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
know, so
spend
it's-
$25 over here, bro.
It's
Really?
$4.59.
Well, that's for an
including
individual
tax.
without
There we
food and
go.
stuff, buddy. If you want to watch it in standard mode, if you want to watch it
That's
in
standard.
So in
is
Canadian,
yeah.
so
So
for
there-
Canadian I would say for
Bro.
Canadian for Emmy, it would be $33.48
For what?
for $25 US. It'd be
Mhm.
$33.48. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so like different cinemas, especially if you're like in a one of those chain cinemas like AMC or Regal or whatever the other ones are, they normally will cost a pretty penny depending on which version you get. You have the standard version, you have the 3D version, you have the IMAX version, IMAX with laser version, the laser individual by itself, IMAX Pro, I think it was something like that. Yeah, so there's just all these different variations. And depending on which one you go for, it can cost you a pretty penny. But if you happen to go at an earlier time, as
My
mentioned
penny
before,
isn't pretty.
you can get some discounts because we went at an early time. When we went to watch the Mario movie, it only costed us, I think it was like $19 a pop, if I'm correct, or $18 a pop.
My penny is ugly.
No, no.
I know. I went
See-
to rewatch the Mario movie last week, and then we went to more like an Upper E neighborhood theater, but we went at an earlier time, so it was like about $9.50. Yeah, $9.50 for the early time.
Oof. What about
All
you,
of you
Dean?
guys with your cheap prices. Must be nice.
That was in the during. It was
Cosmic,
early.
how much did you pay to go see, Mario since
This
you
girl
paid
spent
all
like
that
$35.
Actually, I spent nothing because I got free voucher.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Well, then what you complaining for?
Well, if I want to see any other movie, I can't do that.
Yeah, remember, she's talked about how much she spent
Yeah.
for Puss in Boots, if you recall.
How much was that?
Over 50.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Now,
What
mind
do
you,
you-
Puss in Boots deserves that because it's a good movie, but Jesus
It's good.
Christ, still.
Well,
Yeah, it's a lot.
Puss in Boots, hell, the reason Puss in Boots made as much money as it made in the box office because most of that shit was cosmics.
Damn, how many times you saw the film?
no, not $450. That's not what you
I
mean.
mean, you
right?
paid so much money to watch that damn movie, your name should be in the credits.
It's like one of those like Kickstarter credits.
Yeah.
Cosmic, you didn't say $450, did
No,
you?
you said
There's
50.
No,
She
I
said
said
50.
50. 50. Okay.
No,
everyone thinks you
450.
said 450. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Oh,
That's what I thought. I was like,
Oh,
wait.
Fiddy.
For fee.
Fiddy. Let's go.
Jesus
Fiddy.
But
Christ.
still, that's too much, though.
Just
No,
me.
I agree it's too much. I just didn't have a choice.
What do you mean you didn't have a choice? Wait till that bitch come out on DVD. That was your choice.
But then I wouldn't be able to see it like with everyone else.
Well, actually, the funny thing is we did end up watching it with everyone
Yeah, we
else.
watched it later.
When we got the digital version. That
Exactly.
came out 2 weeks after it dropped in cinemas.
You want to know how much money I paid to watch Puss in Boots? Nothing.
Actually, you know what? Technically, this is KG's fault because he hyped up the movie so much that
It is
everyone
his
went to
fault.
go watch
It
it.
is.
Tyrone, you
I
can't
would-
say anything because you didn't even spend a dime for it. So I
I
want to
know
hear you
that. I said-
complaining.
No, I just said that. I said it's KG's fault because the only reason we wanted to watch it is because he forced us to watch it.
No, it was my day that day that I accidentally
And you-
decided to overpower everyone else's week.
KG, that means nothing. You would have forced us to watch it regardless. You would have broke our stream schedules and been like, yeah, watching this movie.
Honestly, I would have, but I never.
Exactly.
But just know I never do that often.
So from the words of Terrell, eat a fucking dick.
Oh God, no! I'm trying.
Because he already sitting there making us sound like we had a choice. Like, oh, you can watch the Puss in Boots movie if you want to. No, we were going to watch that movie dead or alive.
You
Yeah,
know
what
what?
Galar Adventure says makes a lot of. It's people have been uploading full movies on Twitter now, and it's really
Oh, yeah, I
weird.
saw that. Yeah, I
Yes,
saw
what is
that.
Dragon Ball
Yeah, they
movies,
actually
and I
uploaded
I saw
Pokemon
that too.
movies.
Yeah, I
It's
did
like,
see
what
that.
the heck? Now the people will put the whole Puss in Boots movie on.
Yeah,
Twitter.
they were like,
It's
screw it.
so
Here's the
weird.
entire B movie in one tweet.
So weird.
I mean,
How
that's
can they
just-
do that.
That's just funny.
Oh, I
Like,
love the B movie.
Oh, I love
though.
that. Yeah.
Like, what made them think on Twitter having an hour and a half long videos? Why? What would
Dean.
be the?
Dean, I'm going to tell you why. The reason they did that was because you can. On Twitter, if you can do something, you'll do it.
Like
think it's
Elon
with
was like,
Twitter
yeah, hour and a
Blue.
half long tweets. That sounds fine. There's no Nothing wrong with that.
When the character count expanded, you want to know what people did? Literally, they put one letter and just stretched it all across so they could fill up the character count.
Yes.
That works, I guess.
Fucking stupid, man.
With that being said, go watch Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, available now
Oh my
on
God.
DVD and Blu-ray, and the collector's
We're not
edition
doing
that's
this.
available on Walmart as well as on Target. There's a different collector's set on
We're
that
not
one,
doing this.
as well as go ahead and just watch it digitally, where you can buy it on iTunes and other streaming.
Do you have it
platforms.
physically or digitally, KG? Do you
I have it in all
Yes,
three
bro.
variations.
Yes, all
Oh,
three.
of course you
Of
do.
course
Why'd you
you
even?
do.
Why'd you even need to ask?
I'm supporting good content, damn it. Okay.
Knowing him, he has.
Listen, I want to just give a chance to support these goddamn contents, and I'm going to force all of you guys to go ahead and join along with me as well. So get yourselves ready for watching some film.
He probably has the DVD version, the digital version, and the puppet reenacted version. Like somebody.
Actually,
Speaking
I
of
got
good
the
content,
behind the
watch the
scene.
PokéPod
You
podcast
would.
every Monday
You would.
night at 9 p.m.
Hey, I appreciate it.
Twitch.tv/KG Prestige.
Yeah, let's go. We talk about Puss in Boots almost weekly here. So there you go.
Actually,
We
yeah.
also talk about the latest anipoke episode as well as manga, anime, video games, and other nerd shit.
And Zelda.
And Zelda. We're gonna talk about Zelda in 2 seconds.
we are.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the latest trailer came out. I don't know how much we could go into it because I need people to understand one thing in this call. Some people might not have actually seen the final trailer because it's already just a month away. So I just want, and that trailer showed.
I keep forgetting how close the damn
lot.
game is. I keep forgetting.
Mm-hmm.
We're in mid-April.
It is a good game. It is a good game. Hype. Actually, you know what I'm going to say right now? The first 2 trailers that dropped didn't hype me up. That final trailer, though, absolutely did. That trailer was goated. What a wonderful trailer, story-driven. I still believe in my heart it does not beat the story trailer that they had for the Switch presentation when that came out. That will still be a tier on its own. It is impossible to touch that. But with that being said, this is still a good one. I'm curious because I saw a lot of cool little details. Like, for example, what was that fish man called again? I'm trying to remember his name again. You might remember.
Sidon?
Amy knows it.
Sidon. Yeah, Sidon. Yeah.
Sidon, yeah.
I got
Yeah.
you.
So,
I got you.
So there was a scene where they had Sidon in the trailer, and he was just chilling with Link, right? But then there was another scene with Sidon, but he was wearing a crown for some reason. But that crown actually belongs to the father.
Mm-hmm.
So he didn't wear it before, but later in the trailer he wore it then.
Maybe his father's like, you should wear this crown while you fight with Link.
Yeah, that's a very nice way of putting it.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, let's.
I thought this trailer was better than the last trailer for Breath of the Wild.
Oh, you mean the one where they just
I
showed nuts and bolts essentially?
Well, the last Breath of the Wild, like Breath of the Wild had that one big trailer, you know, that like everyone freaking loved.
Oh, you know, that's what I'm talking about. The Switch presentation.
Yeah, you said
one.
nuts and bolts.
No,
Nuts
the nuts and bolts. I was talking about the
Previous trailer?
The previous trailer for Tears of the
Oh,
Kingdom.
no,
where
that
they
one.
showed-
Previous trailer. I don't know. Like the thing about the previous trailer is like it reminded me of the you know like how we got like the treehouse events like after E3
Yeah.
for like when
Yeah,
when Breath of
that's
the
what
Wild came out.
basically
That's
it
what it
was, yeah.
reminded me of, and I actually really like that because I enjoy like just the the developers or just like Nintendo people just playing the game and just enjoying it for what it is. Just the little details, and you end up learning some things that you didn't think you would learn about. So I thought it was nice. I liked it, but I agree this trailer was way better, 100%.
If you
At
go
least
back
for
and watch
story wise.
Yeah.
If you go back and watch the Breath of the Wild trailer, the last one, that big one they showed, it actually is very similar to this one in terms of the beats and how they present it and stuff. Like there's Zelda shows up at the end just like this one. The music like ramps up like 2 or 3 times towards the end just like this one.
Yeah.
It's a lot of the same. I mean, that's why it's so good, because I think it's one of the best video game trailers like ever.
Yeah.
And I'm not like
Yes.
a major Zelda fan or anything,
I agree. I do, in my opinion, once again, I still believe that the Breath of the Wild one is superior because I love the score of that one a lot better than the Tears of the Kingdom one. But
You don't
that's
like
no
a saxophone?
No, I'm not. That's what I was gonna say. The one thing I will,
Disrespect. Oh fuck.
the one thing I will respect that trailer that came out was the beginning portion when they had like the cinematic shot of Link skydiving down from the skies and just having the camera like circle around him. That shit was clean. Like I'll give that trailer that, like the one we got recently. That was a beautiful cinematic shot to just get you excited for what this game has to offer. And I'm excited for this game as well. So I can't wait to play it when it drops later in the month. So it's going to be a lot of fun. We did talk about the Moana live action remake, I think, last week. And I think we were all kind of scratching our heads as to why that's happening. Yeah.
That's a thing.
Yeah, Emmy apparently
so
missed
new.
the whole thing. Yeah,
I wasn't here last week.
Yeah,
I
honestly.
was sick last week.
So yeah, Dwayne Johnson made an announcement saying that they're going to make a live action version of Moana, and he's going. And I think he's actually going to be playing the live action version of Maui. And
the character is based off of his grandfather, so he's doing it as a way to honor his family. He's also going to be one of the main producers, I think, for it too.
Exactly.
Okay.
Another thing
that's why it's happening. Okay.
And then I think the actual voice actress who did play Moana in the movie is going to come back and reprise as the actual in real life form as well.
Okay, I'm okay with that. That's fine.
Yeah, she actually looks the part. For
Yeah.
Moana,
I think they
so I
built
think
it
it'd be
around
perfect.
her, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now, here's the thing, though. I thought a live action was supposed to differentiate itself from the animation, but you're literally bringing all the actors back from that one into this one.
Did
The real question is, who's going to play Tomatoa, though? The giant crab who sings about shiny
Crab.
a crab. They're gonna get a real crab.
stuff. Yeah.
I've never seen Moana, so I have no idea.
It's the giant singing crab. Have you never seen Shea Frilla's videos about like his video contents on movies and stuff? Like it's actually pretty
I
good.
haven't.
They're pretty funny. You
I
should
just
watch
imagine a
this.
giant crab. They're trying to teach it to sing.
Yeah.
No, that's exactly what it feels like, bro. Bad CGI water. Let's go. Woo! Yeah. The crab is his icon, absolutely, and in his videos too. So no, I'm curious how live action versions.
Even though this clear is gonna be this is an homage movie, I'm sorry. I just live actions of animated movies don't get me really like.
Man, but the live action of The Lion King was great. Remember when they talked about Can You
No.
Feel the Love Tonight in the middle of the day?
No
KG, shut up.
Beyonce.
KG,
No
shut up.
Beyonce.
No Beyonce.
But Queen Bee, Emmy.
Go home, Beyonce.
No, I'm sorry. Lion King is my favorite Disney like animation thing. Okay, no.
She
You
belongs,
can't do that.
She belongs in the Bee movie, not the Lion King.
Yeah, Queen Bee.
You like Queen Bee? I was gonna also say it's kind of funny you bring that up because
you're a part of the hunt.
Like, bro, they didn't.
I was curious though because at the time we obviously never really talked much on it, Emmy. But like I was curious to know back then when it was officially announced that the song "Be Prepared" wasn't initially intended to be in The Lion King. But because of the fan outcry, they ended up having to rush that and put it in there somewhere. But that's why we got a bootleg version of it.
You like drunken love?
You know what? The live action, they didn't sing "Can You Feel the Love Tonight." They sang "Can You Feel the Disrespect Tonight." All right, I just want to say that.
Damn.
And if they make the movie
Tonight, it's gonna blow so hard.
it's gonna bomb the blockbuster cinema. It's doomed.
The circle of bad.
Oh lordy! All right, but yeah, so there you go. That was our Legend of Zelda talk.
They didn't even sing my favorite song in there, which was "Be Prepared." I'm like, you just
No. They did. They did a 20-second version of it.
They did like a poetry slam version. Fuck off.
No, that's why I said Tyrone because it was never meant to be in the movie originally, at all. But fan outcry forced them to put it in there. So, yeah, let it be known.
That song is goated. That song is goated.
It literally defines the villainy for The Lion King. So,
yeah, that's my jam. That's my favorite song in the fucking movie.
all right, but now let's go ahead and quickly talk about one other thing too. Anime. So
Anime.
we're gonna talk about one in particular. I think you guys might already know what it might be.
I haven't seen it, so are you gonna talk spoilers? Because I heard you should go into it blind.
Okay, so yeah, let me give a heads up on this. I don't intend to talk about spoilers, but I intend to hear the impressions without talking about the show itself. If that makes any sense.
It was good. Is that what you want people to say?
No, you'll understand when I share my impressions on it. Okay, so we're gonna be talking about this one anime that came out. It is one of the most ambitious anime I think that was supposed to come out from this season. I think it was initially intended to come out a season or so ago, if I'm correct, but I think got delayed. Anyway, the reason why it came out now, and it was such a big deal, is because, in case you guys didn't know, the first episode isn't 20 minutes long. It is an hour and 22 minutes long. It was such a big deal, Tyrone, that they actually had this in theaters before it actually aired on TV.
What? Really?
It was such a big moment. They knew this is what they built up this series for, if I'm correct. And in case people also didn't know, if you guys love Kaguya-sama, Love is War, then the writer who made that series made this series.
Yeah, which gives Dane even less reason to have not seen it because he likes Love is War.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm on high dive right now.
Okay. All right. He's gonna watch it during the middle of the podcast.
I don't remember my info. KG, I gotta look at KG's.
Yeah, you DM'd me your info.
I forgot. Okay, I got it right here.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, there is another manga I believe the person is working on right now. But anyway, so I guess that means that the writer is going for 3 for 3 because they wrote Kaguya-sama, then they wrote Oshi no Ko, which is still ongoing, by the way. So don't be sad if you think it's done. They actually had a very special chapter with Kaguya-sama. I won't really get into that. But then the third one, I don't know how that's gonna be. Oshi no Ko. That was a film first episode that came out, and I just want to clearly say right now that I'm so grateful that they actually made it into a film, only because of the fact that there was no way you could appreciate the whole story had they only made it 20 minutes long. If they had to force you to wait 3 weeks to get to where that story goes,
that prologue ends.
Yeah, it would not hit as hard as it does now. It is very difficult for me to really explain a lot of it because you really need to go into this completely blind. But I really want people to understand that it is such a good series to go and watch. In fact, we actually got some members of the PokéPod Discord server to go ahead and watch. Hell, I even surprised Joker, who's in the chat as well, actually sticking around to watch Oshi no Ko. And she always comes out and clearly says she's not even like a big anime kind of fan anyway. Yeah. So the fact that she got excited for it,
her name's Joker. That bugs me.
is insane. So
the character is literally an anime character.
Everyone watch it. It's a good series, a good first impression, a good solid start to the story. I will say there is one thing I'm going to be disappointed with this upcoming episode, though, and it might sting a little bit, but I feel like this is true.
Oh,
it's not going to be an hour and 22 minutes long.
Oh, yeah.
that was just a prologue, dude.
Yeah, but why can't episode 1 be just as long, too?
Why can all the episodes be long?
We can't have a movie every fucking week, you chaotic.
Why not?
No. We've done before. Have you never seen Kanata no Astra? I think that's what it was called. Or Astra Lost in Space. They did it sometimes.
Look at Owl House. This entire season was all movies.
Well, to be fair, they only had spread out, not every week though.
They're trying to kill. They're trying to kill some animators. I can go.
Yeah.
No, what I'm saying is that they could have just made it 4 episodes in total, but just had them all be.
Oh shit! Exactly. Meanwhile, everybody at the Oshinoko studio, guys, KG's coming. Shit! No sleep for anybody.
Can't have none in this house. But so Hyper says, "Who house?" The Bear in the Big Blue House, man. That house, obviously. But
it wasn't on Disney Plus.
I know. I'm so mad by that. They did say that they're thinking about adding it. I guess I don't know no more. I'm mad by that one though, Polly. I need my bear again to sing me the songs. Squeaky, what's his name?
Putter, Pip and Pop.
Oh, wow! You remember all of them.
Yeah, that was
like. You sound like you're underwater.
I know, just a little bit.
I'm facing away from the computer.
Oh, okay.
Why? Because I'm laying on my side.
Oh, get your shit together.
We talking about anime here. Well, actually, it's not anipoke, but it's
speaking
anime.
Speaking of anime, are we going to talk about our Laurel Excursion, or are we waiting for TSS?
Oh, actually, yeah, TSS isn't here, which I thought was going to be what we would do, but because TSS obviously has his own side of the stories that he would like to share, but I guess he's not here with us tonight, so we probably won't be able to talk with him about it. However, I still believe that the rest of us can at least carry it for him. What do you guys say?
Yes.
All right.
Well, we were talking about Oshinoko. Who all has seen it?
Yeah, actually, that's a good question, Tyrone. The ones here in this call who have seen Oshinoko, and to those in chat who have seen it as well, because I know I've seen it. I believe you've seen it, Tyrone. Emmy's seen it with me. I believe Cosmic, you've seen it too.
Yep, I cried.
And I think the only ones who I am uncertain with is Polly and Nessa, because Dean said he's gonna go watch it. So.
All right, I'll see you guys later.
Not now, though. Damn it.
I mean, I'll watch it. I just finished Anohana.
Oh, that one's so good.
Yeah.
So good. We see you.
Did you like it?
Oh,
Yeah, I know.
Did you cry in the last episode? Yes or no?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Listen, man, you cannot go not crying in that last scene, bro.
Speaking of which, Polly, I gotta thank you so much. Another anime was finished last week. I finished Mob Psycho 100. It's over now, and I gotta say,
ogres.
That final episode, man,
so good.
My man, that opening hit, and I was ready. I was yelling at my screen like an idiot.
And you didn't even watch it on the weekly basis too. Imagine if you did, that shit would have hit harder for you.
Yeah, I was like, let's go. I can go.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time with that, by the way.
So yeah, Polly, thank you so much. I'm glad I took the time to watch Mob Psycho 100. Thanks to you.
Anytime. I always like recommending Peak Fiction, aka Jodo. aka Jodo and the best wishes, Don George Orwell.
All right, give her an inch and she takes a mile. Never mind.
Okay.
Man, sometimes you get dubs, sometimes you get losses. It's just how it is, man.
She said she went from peak fiction to weak fiction.
In the span of a second. How'd you do that, Polly? No, I'm just kidding.
What about Squeak Fiction? Right.
Squeak fiction, let's go.
Squeak.
Squeak fiction.
That's Ratatouille right there. But Tyrone, I do want to hear from you, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm about to talk about
Oshinoko.
Okay, so obviously I can't spoil it, but there's a certain part in the show. So, do you guys remember in Dragon Ball Z when Trunks had cried so hard he turned Super Saiyan? That's how I felt at the end of that. Cosmic says she cried. I got frustrated because of something that happened, but I can't spoil it, obviously. All you got to know is that I yelled hella hard. I was like, no! But, yeah, good show. Really good show. Interesting take. Very interesting plot. To me, at least.
For those who haven't seen it either in the call or the chat, what is it about without spoiling too much?
You'll love it because it's about idols.
Oh.
Yeah.
So,
no, it really is. It really is about idols. But I want you to understand that
we really can't say much. But yeah, it's about idols. It's about idols.
Now,
it's actually very interesting.
Yeah, I was about to say that because I think you were going to say the same thing too. It has a lot of like behind the scenes for idols as well. It goes into the specifics of like how it is to be an idol, especially in a group and all that, and the struggles that you have to kind of go through in
idols. I will be singing. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just saying, like, it's such an interesting concept for a show, and I honestly think you might enjoy it for that aspect alone, there, Polly, for sure. Now,
it definitely is interesting. It takes an interesting twist.
Mm-hmm. But it's good though. It's a good twist, and it's such a confusing but such a fun kind of journey to go through. Just make sure you, as everybody mentioned already, bring tissues in case.
It's a
It's
a prologue, so I'm sure they're gonna get into more detail as the weeks go by. But that beginning is definitely something.
Yeah, so if anybody wants to watch Oshinoko with us, you can come on through at 7:00 EST with us. We're going to be watching the episodes via the watch party at the PokéPod Discord. So if you guys want to stick around for that, please come on through for that. But yeah, so everybody had emotional whiplash with that show. So I'll continue passing it to those who still haven't had a chance to share their thoughts on it. Let me go pass it to Cosmic if you want to have anything to say for it.
I think she said she cried, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything when half of the people here haven't seen it.
No. I mean, like, just genuine, just like
you're genuine.
It was a whirlwind of emotions. I cried. I held onto my orange M&M pillow. I was like, this has messed me up. And that's all I can say about
Honestly,
it's fantastic. That's all I'll say. It's actually like a really well written story, and I really recommend it. Also, if you're interested in like the idol culture, it's interesting to see that perspective too. So definitely go check it out. I did end up picking up the manga from Amazon, and so I might read it if I want. I don't know.
Ooh.
Yeah, so there you go.
I'm going strictly anime for this one.
Yeah, I don't. No spoilers for me with this one.
No spoilers. Yeah.
Which I don't think the manga's released, international release, even got that far yet. I think it's only in volume 1 right now. Recently, if I'm correct. I don't know how many volumes they dropped right now, but I think we're only in volume 1.
Yeah, it's just 1.
Okay, so that just means that they didn't spoil a lot of what happens afterwards. So it's going to be a mystery to everybody who's watching this for the first time. So I hope you guys stick around, watch the whole thing with that. But let me go pass it on to the last buddy, I think, in the call who hasn't seen it yet, which is you, Emmy, if you want to just share your impressions.
Seen it, yeah.
Of course. I mean, okay, I was... Honestly, in the very beginning, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna really like this. And then, like you guys said, they did go into the behind the scenes of like the idol life and everything, which I found very, very interesting as well. It's like a very realistic approach too. So I enjoyed that. It felt very refreshing in a way because they don't just try to hide behind like all these like these just all the glitter. They take off the glitter and you see what's underneath. So I thought that was very interesting.
Take off the glitter.
Take off the glitter. Yeah, I know. I can't English. It's okay.
Both of you assume glitter can just come off.
That's it. The glitter comes off now.
The glitter comes off.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but I know no one says that, but it's okay. You guys understand what I mean. But yeah, but I thought like that whole thing was very interesting. I'm very much trying not to like be too like yeah, or just like express too much of my emotions. But all I'll say is that if you watch it, it's a roller coaster. It's a good roller coaster, and I don't usually like roller coasters, but I would ride this one again. I'll say that.
Do you really not like roller coasters?
I really don't like roller coasters. I don't. Yeah, no. Not
Weird
fun. Not for
fact.
Emmy. Yeah, weird fact about Emmy.
Tyrone,
What?
we need to fix that.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh no, we're
okay.
going to the amusement park, are we?
I don't know. You're the ones that are leading us. I'm just joking.
That's true.
We're going to the Canadian Crasher. Let's go.
Don't worry.
Canada.
Emmy, I'm always the one that holds the bags.
See, I don't
Because-
like them.
No,
Well,
see
I'm
now
afraid- 'cause
that
they go
she's
high
holding
up.
the bag, that means you got no excuse to
I was
not
gonna say,
ride it.
Cosmic,
Then
I was gonna say, Cosmic, I don't
Listen.
think you can ride a roller coaster.
Why? Is it because I'm big?
No.
What?
I thought you had health. I thought you had eye problems, and they don't want people with eye problems going into the roller coaster because it'll
You're just
fuck
sitting
up
down. You could.
no,
don't
the
have to
gush
be-
of wind and all that stuff will.
Yeah, it's
Wait,
like a,
Cosmic,
it's
you
like
can
a
go.
pressure
Okay,
thing.
you can go for me, and then I'll hold the bags.
No.
See, I won't go on a roller coaster solely because of the fact that they are normally really high up.
I
and
know they're so scary.
I'm afraid of heights.
Listen, I have a horror story.
Skill
okay?
issue. Skill
I
issue.
almost
Height
died.
issue.
Skill issue, and I'm willing to accept that. I'm
No,
afraid
you don't.
of heights.
Yeah,
No, I
I
almost- I have a
was
good
just
answer.
about Cosmic the other day
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
because of the bridge.
Oh,
We didn't mind going on it.
I'm the only one who's not afraid
Y'all need to
of
raise y'all stats.
heights. Guess I'm the only
Wow.
one not afraid of heights then.
No,
I
Ness,
don't
I'm not
mind
afraid.
heights.
Ness,
I
I'm
just
not
don't like
afraid of
roller
heights.
coasters. I just don't like the feeling
Oh.
of my.
I'm afraid
my
of widths,
heart
though.
being in my
Yeah,
stomach.
width.
Yeah.
I actually love.
You
I
stole
always
that
love
joke
that
from
fast
Scooby Doo,
feeling.
KG. you piece of
Yeah,
shit.
I'm sorry.
I always love the fast feeling. I don't know, it's just me. But I'm pretty sure if I go to a roller coaster now, I'm pretty sure I would not react the same. More so, I'll probably get dizzier a lot sooner. Because it's like, definitely, I remember as a kid, look, I didn't have any problems going to rides, and then I never got that dizzy and able to function fine. But
How nice.
But now it's like, oh, he says if I
so
go
happy for
in
you.
one, I just be like dizzy and just won't recover that quickly.
Oh
So,
man, we
like,
got a
the
lot of
price of-
things in a in an
Yeah.
amusement park to do. We got Ferris
Yeah.
wheels and bumper cars and roller coasters and scuba divings and
The one
dolphins.
the one
and all.
that the
Scuba
one that
diving? What?
the one I do not like though is like the giant
KG,
drop.
what amusement park are you going to that's scuba diving?
No,
Good
the one
question.
I don't like is like the giant drop when they kind of like pull you
Yeah,
all the way to
no.
the top and then without even warning you, they just drop you.
Oh my
That-
god, yes.
That I hate. That I hate.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know how far. Actually, not thinking about it, Classic. How far have you gone with the 100 Girlfriends manga?
I mean, I took a little bit of a break, but I got to like chapter 70 something.
Okay, never mind. I can't say there was a chapter in particular I wanted to share that involved an amusement park. I think you'll
Oh.
love it so much. It involves the drop.
Oh, great. Okay.
It's a funny scene though. Trust me, you'll laugh your ass off when you see it.
I'll continue it tomorrow.
No, it's good. Take your time with it. Remember, the anime's coming out later soon, so it's gonna be great. But overall, yeah, no, like those are some recommendations we wanted to quickly go through over for today's session on the quickies for today. We covered movies, games, anime, manga, and I guess we have to go ahead and now take this opportunity to talk a little bit about the trip that we had on Friday, because we did say we were going to do it, and then somehow it completely went to this, and now we got to bounce back to quickly cover that. I'd like to believe, right?
I guess.
Yes. All right. So let's get into it. Polly, you know what? I'll pass this one on to you, Whirly buddy. I want to hear from your perspective for today.
Oh. Okay.
Please.
Well, definitely next week. I feel like we should let TSS talk a little bit about it. I feel like he'll have some thoughts.
Yeah, I'm surprised he wasn't here for this. So.
So, last Friday, Cosmic did a very nice thing for some of the birthdays that were local people celebrated, aka me and KG. But aside from that, it was actually the first time that the four of us have hung out together. Because before this, aside from when we've been a big group, you know, at Anime NYC or even in Washington, D.C., etc., the local people we had never hung out, the four of us. It had always been different groups of three, whether it's me, TSS, KG, me, Cosmic, KG, TSS, Cosmic, KG, or me, TSS, and Cosmic, which, yes, that has happened. So, literally all the different combinations. But finally on Friday, we got together, and Cosmic got us tickets to this what was called this candlelight concert, which is basically this quartet that goes around to different places in New York City, and or the string quartet, and I think it's composed of two violinists, one person on the viola, and one person on the cello. And this time around, they were playing anime openings, and they actually performed in this church in Brooklyn Heights, and it was a really, really cool experience. We went in, the show started around, I think, 6:30, and it was starting to get dark, and it was really cool because they had all these battery-operated, of course, candles all set up on the floors, on the stairs. We went up a staircase and we got to sit up in the balcony area, which also had candles in it. So it was this really cool thing. And like by the time it got dark, only the church was lit by candles.
It's lit.
Yeah, nothing else. And they played selections from a lot of different anime series, both old and new. They did a Ghibli thing, medley at the end. They did Attack on Titan. I believe they started with Attack on Titan, actually. They did stuff from Cowboy Bebop, from Sailor Moon. They did like a whole Toonami medley, which was like really nostalgic. Full Metal Alchemist. What else? Demon Slayer. it was a really, really great playlist or set list that they had. And one of the violinists actually is classically trained as an opera singer, and she got up at certain points. I think she did the Elfin Lied theme song or a song from that.
Yes,
Nice.
that is correct. And
Yeah.
she
Oh, Polly,
killed
you
it,
pronounced-
bro.
She was so
You
good.
pronounced it correctly. Holy shit! You know how many people fuck that up?
What, they call it Elfin Lied?
Lied? Yeah. They'll be like,
No.
good Elfin Lied. It's Elfin Lead. Thank you.
I would have a self in lead.
It's because Brother Whirl's seen it. It was like one of the
Oh,
first.
Oh, that's
Oh,
how you were
hello.
familiar with it, huh?
Yes.
I love that anime.
Yeah.
Uh,
Everybody calls it Elfin Lied. I'm like, it's Elfin Lead. Stop.
No,
Yeah.
I always heard of Elfin Lead, but yeah, I never heard of the other version around.
Oh no, people just suck.
Yeah, I guess so.
So yeah, it was such a great experience, and I'm definitely going to use that app again to see if there are any more concerts by them. Because I believe
there are.
they're gonna do another one, but we're not
Yeah.
sure. We were saying we weren't sure if they're gonna do the same set list or if they're gonna do different anime songs by then. But regardless,
Nope. Yeah, I can't
they're
see
awesome.
another one without me being there because I'm
Uh-huh.
jealous.
Well, maybe they'll come to St. Louis.
Nope, they won't because St.
Yeah,
Louis
that's an
ain't-
opportunity for me to go see Tyrone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
You can have your
There we
own
go.
meetup.
Yeah, we live 3 hours away from each other, and I didn't know. So
Yeah. So after that, we were really hungry, so we went to get dinner in this like cafeteria style place. I feel like me saying cafeteria makes it sound like it's dingy. It was
The
like
jail
this really
cell
upscale.
cafeteria, bro.
I
We
didn't
got
think
the
that.
jail food.
I didn't.
It was
think
a
about
market.
didn't-
And had a whole
I
bunch of
didn't think
different
about
little
that until Polly
restaurants.
just said it.
Well, TSS and I got ramen, and Cosmic and KG got pasta.
No. Let's clarify.
Brother.
I got pasta. Well, actually, no. I think Kaza got a form of a pasta, but it's not.
I
the
got mac and
pasta.
cheese.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
And-
yeah, fried Oreos.
and it was
Yeah,
it was Oreos. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was really good. And also I got some really very, very nice birthday presents from
Let's go.
Emmy.
Oh.
So lovely cookies, and also from Cosmic, which I don't think I ever showed anybody, but she essentially made me an acrylic stand of my avatar, obviously drawn by our lovely artist Sergi, standing in the middle of Butch and Cassidy, and we're standing in front of a big red R. And I don't know how you did it, but it's just amazing, and I can't wait to put it by my like collection of stuff, along with a Poliwhirl squeeze like stress ball thing that I actually brought to work with me. And today was a bit of a stressful day, so it definitely came in handy. No pun intended. So thank you, Cosmic.
You're welcome.
Yeah, overall, it was a wonderful night spent with friends. And yeah, I'm excited for the next time.
You know what it
No.
was to me though, Polly?
Mm-hmm.
It felt
Yeah.
like an anime episode when you get a group of friends to go somewhere that they're not supposed to normally go, kind of thing.
Yes.
We went to the piers
Aw.
at night, and it is very rare for us, for as a group, to even go outside normally during the night hours. And we
Mhm.
were on the opposite side of Manhattan, and you guys already know how beautiful Manhattan looks in the night with the lights and all that. But imagine watching it from across the bridge, from the piers where we stand, and you see the city lights from the other side. It is a beaut to just witness in it of itself, and being not just by yourself, but when you're with a group of friends, it is a wonderful experience. It's a magical moment for sure, and something that really reminds me that yeah, we have buddies that we can thankfully be around with whenever we can, and just hang out and do stuff together. So moments like these are something worth making precious memories out of, and most importantly, the most important thing about it is we shouldn't stop with that one moment. We should continue creating more out of those memories. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
There's a lot of things in this state and in this country of ours that we can still explore and witness and see. So hopefully we get an opportunity to do more of that. I know next month is going to be a fun time here in NYC because there is another event we intend to go for, but we'll probably save that for when that time comes, of course. So in the meantime, though, I also have to thank you guys as well to Cosmic, to Polly, and to TSS for being there too, because you guys just made the day for me as well for that. So much appreciated. We visited the theaters. Well, we visited the church, then we visited the piers, walked around the park, ate some good food, and trolled a bunch of people in the process too.
Oh, yeah, that was always fun.
Trolled.
Yeah.
Huh?
What the fuck?
Don't worry
What'd you
about
do?
that. It's
I
okay.
mean,
Oh, okay.
okay.
No,
Should Cosmic talk?
I don't know. It's up to them to decide. I'm not going to speak on it. I just simply want to state the fact that we did something. That's all. And that's perfectly fine. We don't
Yeah,
need
y'all
to.
fucked with people.
Exactly. You can't.
Well, Cosmic, how did you like the? I know they played. I forgot they played Inuyasha, which I know you. Right?
Yeah, they had a whole melody of music from Inuyasha, which I was freaking out
Aw.
about. And I was like
Wait,
ready to jump out of my seat when they.
wait, hold up. Which songs did they play?
It was just like a collab, like a combination of a whole bunch.
But most of it is also like, I think it was opening or ending songs, but I think there was also anime OST songs, like
Yeah.
BGMs.
But yeah, it was actually one of their longer performances, which I was really happy with because Inuyasha, for those of you who don't know, is my favorite anime. So I was very excited. And then I was jumping out of my seat when they did Sailor Moon because I didn't know they were gonna do Sailor Moon, and I was just so excited. But also when they did One Piece for We Are, I was so happy, and same thing with Naruto. Like I almost cried because of course they had to pick the really depressing music from Naruto. So it's like,
Yeah, they
man,
chose
aw.
the famous scene, I think, for the first episode, and that was when the seal happened for the nine-tailed fox. If you guys know that from the first episode, it hits.
Nice.
It hits like a tank.
Yeah,
And
especially when you hear it from a string quartet.
But you know what's the craziest part about that, though, Cosmic? It was the fact that they didn't even have it wasn't connected to audio speakers or anything. It was just straight up from the instruments itself that just vibrated through the whole theater.
Yeah.
That threw me off, bro. But that's what made it more special. I like to believe, especially the choir part when she started singing.
I love how. Oh, go ahead.
I will say that I did have an interesting personal experience at this thing because I had a very odd man sit next to me, and I didn't. Well, I mean, I don't know. He was very uncomfortable. That's basically all. He made me very uncomfortable, but it's fine. That was great. I did not take away from the experience. It was still a good time.
Did you just say he made me very uncomfortable and then followed it up with it was great?
Yeah. No, well, not that part, but he was just really weird.
Let me describe it to you in the best way I possibly can, Tyrone. So each of us have our own sections of seats that we can take, right? And we found a spot for our group. So the thing is, if a person wants to get to their seating, they can essentially take the back of the wall to just walk behind everybody so they don't disturb anyone, and then go to their seats, right? This man, I think he was either on some just utter planet shit right there because he wasn't himself, because this man decided to say, yo, let me just take the middle path and just walk on top of everyone to get to my seating, when I could have just taken the stairs right behind me to just circle around them and it would have been perfectly fine. And it wasn't our section either. Like the people that were on the other side were also getting hit by that too. Like in the chairs before us, where this man just jumped on through our table just to get to the other side when, from what I saw, it was empty. So I don't know what the hell was happening with that.
And then,
no.
Yeah, he kept on pushing my arm off the armrest, and it was just very weird.
Oh,
I
no.
felt really bad because so we were sitting this bench that fit for all four of us perfectly, and I just felt bad because I was sitting next to KG, so I had to keep on I felt bad because I was pushing into him, trying to get away from him, and I was like,
So
oh no,
for
this
future
has a ripple
reference-
effect.
So for future reference, whenever any of us go to an event that requires seating, Cosmic, you sit in between two pod members. Always.
Yeah.
TSS.
Yeah.
I'm a weird magnet.
Always.
Yeah. Although Tyrone, I'm gonna have to counteract that. Because TSS can be something else sometimes, bro. You don't
Oh,
understand.
he was having a field day.
Yeah, he was having
Yeah.
a field day, and when I tell you his volume was set on max, bro, my eardrums are still
Why? Was he
vibrating.
upset
But
about
think about
something?
it.
No,
When
he
you-
loved
What
it.
happened?
He
But,
loved it though.
You gotta,
He's very enthusiastic.
you gotta weigh out your poison. Do you want uncomfortability from somebody you know or somebody you don't know?
Yeah, that's a good point.
All right. So
Yeah.
at least with TSS, you can turn to him and go, "Bro, shut the fuck up." He might tell you.
You honestly expect Cosmic to do that though to TSS?
He might.
Knowing
he might
how
tell,
you know how TSS
he
is
might
though.
tell you
I
to
think he would
shut.
rather take TSS though.
He would tell you to shut the fuck up and let me keep on clapping
Yeah.
loudly though.
I said, look, he might tell you to shut the fuck up too, but at least you know him. If somebody else is in this situation, that guy may either A, fight you, B, tell you to shut the fuck up, followed by a threat, or C, blow up.
Well, okay.
The
so,
explosion part I do want to see.
well, so at the very end of it, they let us actually take a video of it. And I had a better view of the candlelight ceremony. So KG gives me his phone, and
Oh no.
I was like, okay, I'll film it. And then, but the guy was like, who was next to me, fell asleep. And I think I'm not sure, KG, if you listened to the audio, but you it might have picked up that he was just snoring,
Yes!
like incredibly loudly in the middle of Studio Ghibli's performance. And I was like, man, that sucks.
Man, I
Try
didn't
it.
realize Studio
so
Ghibli made
pretty.
people go to sleep, bro, like that.
Yeah, you just hear it like Ponyo, Ponyo.
I go to sleep during Ponyo, you disrespectful.
You need to share this with us later. I want to see that.
Oh yeah, I'm surprised I didn't yet. You're right.
You sleep during Ponyo, you disrespectful fuck.
I think one of my favorite things about this was that you could see just how enthusiastic the musicians were about anime. Because, like, oh, you could put sheet music in front of anybody who knows how to read music, and just tell them to play it, even if they don't understand the context. But these musicians, yeah, they were talking about, like, oh, I grew up watching Sailor Moon. Oh, yeah, everybody knows this one. Or, like, I'm sure you guys remember.
The guy with the Sunny D.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go with the style. Let's go, Sonny.
Sorry.
Oh,
Go ahead,
by the
Kevin.
way, Polly, now that you bring that up, I have to bring two moments up in particular that I need to share with you that I
Oh,
love
let's go,
the
Sonny
most.
D.
The first moment was the trivia portion that had me dying because the woman was like, "I got some trivia for y'all before we get into the next performance, so I'm gonna ask you guys and see if you guys can guess what I'm trying to say, right?" And so she says, "I think this the originator of this came from outside of Japan," and immediately somebody I think said Death Note.
No.
No, was it Death Note or was it
What?
Soul Eater? I don't remember.
No, it was Death Note.
It was Death Note, right?
And then TSS was just cracking up.
Yeah, because you hear in the very distance, Death Note, and everybody just starts laughing, and the woman who had all these trivia questions was like, well, I'm still going to give it anyway, I guess not. She just does. It was great.
It's all, I don't know. It reminds me of like when back in 2016, the Yu-Gi-Oh! World Championships did a thing where the voice actors of the show would do like a mock duel against each other. And Yugi was about to lose, but he saves his life points due to an effect. And right before he does it, he goes, I activate the effect of, and you hear nothing. And all of a sudden, some guy in the crowd goes, Karibo! I love audience interaction.
Oh man, but there's one thing we had to express the most. It was actually it was two. It was the Sailor Moon portion where nobody knew what was playing, and immediately upon the first few notes, everybody immediately picked up on what that song was, which I thought was very nice. But it's the final one, the real.
Wait, hold up, guys. Shut up. What?
Somebody's driving?
What you say, sweetie? Speak up!
Starting road to 45 lane, I guess.
Rolling around.
Right at the speed. Damn, that's some anime songs for sure. But it's the final portion where they said, okay, we're gonna do one more song, and then they said we had to end it with this one. There was no other way we could end this thing off, right? But we noticed that there was a lack of Dragon Ball in this entire event, and so I told the others that I think there might be Dragon Ball because in the pamphlet they said that they would have Dragon Ball music play. They didn't. they actually went with Cowboy Bebop music instead, which
Hey, let's go
actually
Bebop.
it did explode the crowd. Everybody got crazy for that one, so that was great. But yeah, in fact, this concert wasn't even supposed to have a bunch of songs that ended up being there. For example, Pokemon music was playing there in
Hey, let's
particular.
go Pokemon.
Oh, yeah. Right when we walked in, too.
Yeah, they played the first opening theme song, the dub one, in that format, and I think what was the other one? Cerulean City, was it? Or no, it was
Yeah, it's really slash fuchsia.
Fuchsia. Yeah, so there you go. It was a nice rendition of those two pieces. I liked it. But the other one that also had me laughing was the JoJo portion, because initially they were supposed to play opening one of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but I think one of the staff members who worked in the church was like, "I see."
Oh no, it was the company who made the candlelight. For those, there's an app called it's pronounced Fever, Fever.
Mhm.
They're the ones that run it, and they have events that go throughout the country. So if they have stuff that's outside of New York too, so guys, check them out. See if they're in a city near you. But they're the ones that do the candlelight ceremonies, and they looked at the song list apparently, and they told the string quartet, "Don't do that one. Do this one instead. That song sucks. This one's good."
Oh,
Damn.
And you might know what it is. You don't even need you'll hear the first few piano notes, and you'll know what it is. That one from season 5, Golden Wind, if I'm correct. That particular piece, the famous piece that has been used and memed to death, and for good reasons too, because it's a good song. So yeah, they played that instead, and I will admit that full piece was beautiful. They did an amazing job with that. Overall, if I had to give any thoughts on it, the concert, I give it a nice solid 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it.
oh.
Yeah, it was a really fun concert. What about you though, Polly? Just to go back to you now.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 9 out of 10. Yeah, probably that, because I would have liked to hear a little bit more variation of, like, certain, like, maybe instead of 2 Attack on Titan themes, something from a different anime, but...
Yeah, like Detective Conan, like they were supposed to do.
Which
Yeah.
Attack on Titan teams did they do?
The first opening, of course.
Obviously.
Yep.
And then Sasageyo.
Oh, yeah, let's go.
Actually, didn't they encourage people to sing along in their...
Yeah, and no one did, but that's also because I think we were also appreciating the instruments being played.
I'm glad y'all didn't bring me. My dumb ass would have been going off.
I would have been like
really hurt a
saluting
few
the whole
people.
time. I was like,
Oh, yeah, I would have been in Naruto. Habaka
Oh, they did play Bluebird, by the way.
Yeah,
They did?
Yeah.
I love that song. Oh, let's go.
for it.
It was medleyed with that first episode OST. So they played that first piece, I think, first, and then transitioned into Bluebird.
Yeah.
But I will say though, I was thrown off by the fact that there was no Dragon Ball in this event at all. I guess it was because
That's okay.
yeah, it was fine regardless. I think it's because we got that live performance of Dragon Ball in the Rika concert instead.
Yeah.
It made up for that. But no, it was still good. It was still good. So fun times all around. Cosmic, what would you rate it though as a score?
Well, I don't really know because I don't really want to rate just the event because I just had such a good time with everybody that I would just give it a 10 for the entire evening.
Oh, true. Of course, I agree. Wholehearted.
The only part I didn't like was I almost like passed out trying to... TSS got me back to Penn Station because basically I took the train and I barely made it. Like I made it like with a minute to spare. And I could tell I'm out of shape because I was like, my chest was hurting, so like I was panting next to the poor person next to me on the train. But I'm glad I did get that because I would have had to wait another hour. But other than that, 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm grateful to TSS for traveling with me during that
He's
time.
a good friend.
Yes, he is.
That's why I said that he wasn't here to talk about it with us. But that just means he gets to talk about it next week, though. I hope.
Yes.
If he's here next week.
Mm.
Alrighty then. So, Anything else we need to address from that day in particular?
Nope.
Well, actually, I think there is just one last thing.
Mhm.
Because initially on Friday, we were supposed to do something at the very end, which we never did.
Oh yeah.
Which we then
We did?
followed up by doing it on Saturday instead, and that
Oh
is
yeah.
And honestly, the universe moved in y'all favor on that one.
Yeah, it really did.
Mhm.
Yeah, it worked out because it was funny given that at the time when we did do the reaction on Saturday, only episode 1 was out at the time. And the moment we went live, episode 2 also had just happened to drop
Well,
at that
actually,
time.
you were talking for like 20 minutes and it went live. It went up
Right
live
as-
as soon as we went to start.
Hurry up, he's on!
Yeah.
He's on! Go, 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 go!
It's like,
Yeah,
hey, just like,
legit though.
get it up now.
We need all of the help. Yeah.
By the time he finishes his sentence or someone is fired!
Oh man, thank God I delayed then for that shit. But that was great though. So we had an opportunity to not just watch episode 1, but also episode 2 of the newest Pocket Monsters anime series, which is going to be our major topic for tonight. So, ladies and gents, in this call, are you guys ready to go ahead and talk about the next generation of the Pokemon animated series? Because I am very much excited to share about it with all.
Wait.
Horizon, baby!
On to
The
New
Horizons,
Horizons,
baby.
ladies and gents. For we are now entering into the new saga titled Pokemon Horizons, the series.
Isn't it weird we know the title? Because at this time when Journeys came out, we didn't know the title of Journeys.
Yeah, it just PM.
It's
PM.
probably 2019.
That's because they didn't know the title yet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
You're-
even they were like wondering.
And then, ironic enough, then the Pokemon Company even tweets out the.
Yeah, Pokemon's stupid.
I was
Yeah,
like,
today.
Yeah, that
Why?
made
We need
no
to talk about
sense.
that.
I'm like, you're not even releasing anything. Why? Why? It doesn't
yeah, no,
make sense.
it kind of pissed me off because I was like, why? Why are you doing it? We're not gonna. These people, probably the majority of people, are not gonna find out for months.
Well, I think they did that because they still want to keep up to date with what's happening in the Japanese stuff. Just because, I mean,
Because the new
stupid.
Pokemon they showed off.
time
that's the
and
reason.
time, we gotta, they gotta keep up with the times too. And obviously, they know it exists. They know it's just taking a while to dub, obviously. But Pokemon, at this point, they realize people use the internet. People watch the Japanese shit at this point. They know.
They know we watch it illegally.
Yeah.
Why don't they make it legal then?
Legal.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
I
gonna
know.
say.
That-
No, they are. They're dubbing it. That's the legal part. The problem
No,
is the
They
dub.
could do subtitles too, you know.
The problem is the dub is just taking longer, and also the dub. You gotta remember, these are little kids. They still want the little kids. So the kids who can't fucking read, subbing it means nothing to them.
But
Well, throw it on
literally,
Crunchyroll
the
or something.
whole
Have to wait.
here's the thing with that, Tyrone, and you could tell by the first 2 episodes. This show is not catering to kids from what it feels like.
No, it is.
Well,
It is. What the fuck?
It is,
Yeah.
but it's to a much more older children audience. I should speak.
I don't know.
Instead
I
of
think-
10-year-olds, it's like 13, 14.
No,
That's
I
what
don't
I'm
think so. No, I don't think so. I think the problem is generations have shifted so much. Because if you threw this in the 90s, it would fit right in. It's fine. Shit got this dark before.
No,
That's
the
just
reason
how
why
shit happened.
the reason why I say this, Tyrone, is because due to new time slots going on with this. It's not airing at a new time. I think it's still in the same time. However, what made it interesting, Tyrone, this is not really a major thing, but still kind of gives you an idea behind the direction they want to take this show. Normally, when Pokemon airs back then, it usually is connected to another series, that being of Yokai Watch. The one that was, with Whisper and all the other characters. But this time around, since Yokai Watch officially came to a conclusion already, you want to know what they went for instead? The show prior to this new series is a rerun of Spy Family. Prior to these 2 episodes airing. Meaning, they intended for that audience to kind of carry over to the next one in and of itself.
Yeah,
Because
I don't
if you know
I guess
Spy Family.
when I watched, it, I was like, yeah, this is definitely darker and more mature than the Pokemon we're used to, at least from the start.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but then in the back of my mind, I'm like, wait a minute. Under 90 circumstances, this is fine.
Yeah, but we're not in the 90s.
No,
though.
Yeah, we're not in the 90s.
Back
anymore,
in
so.
the 90s, but no,
I was gonna say, how many times did Ash fucking die in the OG series?
not enough apparently, because he's kept on going for 25 additional years.
Well, no. I mean, remember the time in the OG, a fucking chandelier landed on his head and killed him and Pikachu. And then that time they got capsized in a ship. and then that time that Pikachu got struck by lightning, and then that time the fucking gym blew up. Like what? Mature as opposed to what?
As mature to the current timelines, buddy.
That time that Erica's gym caught on fire?
You're
It's
literally
been 20
basing it
years.
off of 20 years of history, bro. They could say sex jokes and show big old titties
They
right
did,
there with
they did,
James,
actually.
bro.
Yeah, they
You
actually
can't do
did
that
that.
shit now
Yeah.
with Pokemon.
Somebody pointed a gun at Ash's face
Yeah.
multiple times.
And that episode was banned.
And yeah,
I kind of remember.
The Squirtle Squad episode wasn't banned.
No, I was gonna say I kind of remember
The
when at the time when the Pokemon came out the first season, because they intended to show like a bit of an older audience, including adults too, if I recall, to watch as a family. And then I think in later years it kind of shifted a little bit towards more just kids mainly, if I recall.
Yeah, so because of course the direction of Pokemon, it's like it's an anime,
Yeah.
like with Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball at the time.
Mhm.
These were all being catered not to just a smaller demographic, but also to a much more teenage kind of style. Which is what I'm saying with this new series. Is it still for children? Oh, absolutely, it is. There's it's not like suddenly there's blood and everything all over, but you could tell that there is a genuine sense in them attempting to go for a much more interesting approach when it comes to the story beats, elements, and it just feels like a different generation altogether.
It feels like the manga.
It's like adventures just straight up brought into this series, but it's not based off the adventure series. In fact, I think people kept saying it in the chat. Shoujo, it's essentially like shoujo kind of style of anime. Which is that a good thing or a bad thing? We'll
It's a
find
good
out.
thing. Pokemon. It's a
I
good
thought
thing.
it was
Pokemon's shonen.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
now
it feels like
shoujo.
it feels
so-
like a shonen anime. Like,
Well, when we talk about X and Y, absolutely.
yeah.
But with Horizons, at least just judging from the first 2 episodes, it definitely can be seen as to it being a shoujo style anime series. Now, once again, is that a good thing or a bad thing? As you guys already heard, it
I
seems
think
to
it's a
be
good
that
thing.
good thing. So
Yeah.
we'll get more into that soon.
Oh, Pokemon's needed to do this shit for a while, actually.
Yeah, so here's the very cool thing. And I think this is probably the best thing I'm going to start off with, at least my portion of the review. This series is finally free, bro. No more 25 years of history bullshit.
Everything is new,
Yes.
brand new.
You have no knowledge of what's going to happen. You have no idea where this show takes place, when it takes place. I have no knowledge of any of the characters that we got in this show so far. It is a brand new slate for everyone. It is completely clean. We are starting from scratch. You know as much as I do, as much as the world does. It was such a big moment. Nobody knew that little Toidle would even make an appearance in this thing. They literally replicated the Ho-Oh thing again, but with this one, which I thought was actually kind of cool. I didn't think they would actually do something like that. So I'm very grateful that they still kept at least to say, yo, we're still going to keep beats of like how that first episode played out in the original series, but we'll bring it into the current era. So I am very happy. Also, another thing, I'm so happy spoilers did not get involved with that. If they had spoiled that the turtle was going to be there, that would
my God,
ruined the
imagine.
hype.
That was thought.
yeah, that would have been bad.
Yeah, so thank God
Yeah.
they didn't.
I made a because reviewing the entire series, by the way. I just got done doing the recording this morning.
Nice.
I made a comment about Terapagos.
Okay.
TPCI fucked us over on that one. Because they revealed Ogerpon and Terapagos. Kind of wish they didn't. This would have been our first time seeing Terapagos if that were the case.
Oh, I was pissed.
Yeah, they kind of fucked us over on that one.
Oh, like they didn't show it off in the Pokemon
Yeah.
Presents thing?
Yeah, like I wish they had just had like a black silhouette and been like, these 2 Pokemon are coming to the DLC. That way Terapagos' debut would have been this episode. But that's not the episode's fault. That's TPCI.
But it's not Terapagos.
Yeah,
it's like
people
a
in
baby
chat are saying
form.
it's not. Yeah.
It's like the baby form.
It clearly
Yeah.
is, though.
I mean, it
though.
is, but
Yeah.
it's like
It is.
something.
Like, guys,
other
come
than
on.
it is.
It fucking
Even
is.
right after Pokemon, like the
Like,
company.
who are you
actually-
trying to fool? It
No,
is.
I
Yeah,
guess
that's
no,
what it-
because the big one is called Terapagos. This Pokemon has no name yet, is what we're referring to.
Yeah, but
So you
it's
can
gonna.
call it Terapagos Junior or some shit like that.
It's gonna be like it's
Yeah.
gonna be.
No,
like,
we get that. I'm just
Yeah,
referring.
you'd be a fool not to know that. Like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, especially when Pokemon like company tweeted out afterwards those scenes from the actual Horizon episode too, like showing
See,
off that turtle.
Yeah, even if this thing's a de-evolve form, it doesn't matter. The point is, we know what Terapagos looks like, and this thing looks close enough to the bill for us to kind of understand what's going to happen. If they didn't show us this at all, like TPCI didn't show that Pokemon at all, this would be our first time seeing it, like completely.
Yeah, because we wouldn't know what it evolves into if it evolves into anything.
Exactly. We would be completely new. This would just be something we haven't seen before, much like the Ho-Oh situation.
You know what I'm thinking though? I'm thinking initially this was supposed to air earlier in the year before Pokemon Day, and that would reveal,
Yeah.
in Pokemon Presents the final form.
This was still the first time we saw this baby form.
Yes,
though,
that
to
is
be
still the
fair,
first time we
so-
saw this baby form.
But
That
if
is
you have
still-
if you have more than half a brain, you know what the fuck.
No, I
this
know,
thing is.
but I'm just
Yeah.
saying this is the first time we're seeing it.
Yeah, like we didn't even know there
It's a-
would be a Prevo form essentially.
Yeah, we thought it was just gonna be Terapagos.
Yeah,
That's
so
what we
I
thought.
guess because of production issues, that's probably why they held back on it. But still, I think for what they could have done, Tyrone, I think this was the best they could have gone for. And I'm very happy that they did, in my opinion.
Which no, again, this isn't the episode's fault. This is TPCI. Just like this is Sun and Moon Syndrome fault. That's their problem.
Oh
Showing
man, I
us shit,
always hate that Sun and Moon
Yeah.
situation where they reveal
showing us
dust
shit
form.
too
Yeah.
early. Yeah, showing us
Oh,
shit
yeah.
too early before we need to see it. Because honestly, I was already hooked when they said they were giving us DLC for with the teal and indigo DLC. They could have just kept the legendary Pokemon behind those DLCs in black silhouette, and then we could have just wondered.
Or actually, I don't think these DLCs are coming out till like later this year, like almost the end of the year.
Nope,
Bringing-
they're
I believe
fall and
Sun-
winter,
Fall
Yeah.
and winter, yeah.
which is crazy that they're seasonal ones. But okay, I guess we'll figure it out when that comes. But to quickly bounce back, just to stuff that I want to mention real quick before I pass it on to other homies here. One thing I also like as well from this is the portrayal of the protagonist for this story. There are more teen-like trainer protagonists than there are kid protagonists in this storyline. What I mean by that is that in like the captain's crew, they're all essentially adults or teenagers, pretty much. And the only two 10-year-olds you can go for is Lyko and Roy.
I think Lyko and Roy might be older than 10. I think they might be like 12.
Yeah, if like maybe we're going by
They
the...
look 12. They seem more like they're 12.
Yeah, that's normally how the art style tends to make them seem like.
Yeah.
But
I
like
think they're 10.
I will say though, it makes me so happy though that it's like that. And you know what's also great too? There was one shot in the opening that really stands out to me the most, and it's the shot when how do you pronounce her name? Liko or Lyko?
It is
Liko.
Liko.
It's Liko.
Okay.
Liko.
Oh, so
Okay,
she's
like,
Liko.
like
It irked me a
so
little
here-
bit when he said Lyko.
Yeah, I was
No,
like
no,
Lyko.
Here's how it's helped me. You know how Ash's voice actor's name Rika Matsumoto. So all I did it's Rika. Just replace the A, replace it with the O, then replace the R with the L, like in traditional Japanese. Then you get Liko.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I've been doing it.
So it's Liko.
But
Okay.
because they're the L and the R's in Japanese, they kind of can't distinguish it that
Yeah,
way.
they
Yeah,
can
because
switch.
I think for Lily it's like Riri. Instead.
Yeah, Riri, yeah.
Yeah, so just switch the L and the R and switch the A and the O, and then you got Liko.
Yeah, so the one shot I want to go back to that opening, and it's the one where she looks in the clouds and is just passing by with Spriggs. But then you see all the protagonists there alongside with her, and they're just walking by her, and it reminds me so much, and I think everybody else mentioned it too, like that One Piece opening where they're like walking to their ship, and they all
Which
look
one is
back.
that?
I think it's We Go, the 15th.
Is it We Go? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're. Let me look it up.
And it's that sequence where they look back and they look at Liko. But you know what makes me so happy about that shot though? There's one thing that's not present in that moment for a portion of it. There's no Pokemon at all during that moment. And why is that such a big deal for me? Because almost every opening shot, whenever Ash is with them, Pikachu is always on that shoulder and all the time. You know, like there's always a Pokemon there, and it's such a little detail for me. But it just makes me feel like this time it's not centered with the Pokemon. It's centered toward these characters. They are going to be what carries this show. The Pokemon are going to do wonders as well, but it's their story that's going to shape what this new upcoming anime is going to be about. I like that they make it seem like the trainers can be independent from their Pokemon and it kind of presented itself like that in the final moment of the opening. It's such a weird thing to explain, but sometimes not having the main things be present on screen can oftentimes feel a little bit more impactful. Does that make any sense to you guys in regards to that?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
That makes sense.
So yeah, that to me personally, that's what I found from it the most appealing out of it all. Now to get to the actual Pokemon, Captain Pikachu is going to carry this series by a long shot. He is
I
going-
think
he's-
Friede is going to carry this.
no,
series.
Captain Pikachu is going to carry.
Yeah, no,
Friede-
Captain
well,
Pikachu.
Captain Pikachu is going. I said in terms of Pokemon. I said
Okay, all right, fine.
Ca-
Yeah.
Captain Pikachu.
I raise you.
You're all wrong.
straights.
You're all
Yes.
wrong. The Quaxley's gonna carry the.
Oh, I
Oh.
love Quaxley,
Sleep.
my son. Oh,
So cute.
I
If they
know.
better not evolve, or I will.
He ain't
Jesus.
gonna involve that captain.
Oh man, no, Captain
No, not Pikachu. I'm talking about Quaxley.
Quaxley.
Don't
yeah.
involve that Quaxley.
Yeah. No, please don't. Don't do that.
But Captain Pikachu, I was concerned. Okay, we had a Pikachu for 25 years, right? To
26.
suddenly come 26, you're right. Entering into this year and then knowing that Pikachu was going to also be involved, got the same VA and everything as well, which I mean makes sense. I think any Pikachu should be voiced by this VA. But to know that there would just already be a replacement Pikachu, I was thinking to myself, what could they possibly do to differentiate this Pikachu from the previous one? And that previous one has 26 years of history built on its back, you know? What could they do to do wonders with this one? And from the moment you see the silhouette of Pikachu's ears by the table or by the chair, and then Friede comes in and says, "Yo, Captain, I'm here." And you see Pikachu, he's not standing on just a chair. No. This asshole is like, I'm gonna stab my tail into this thing, and I'm gonna just be leaning upwards with it, and just cross-armed and looking at the horizon, and just being the captain that I should proudly be. If that is not confidence to the extreme, I don't know what is. And that moment alone, especially when the title card revealed itself and it says Captain Pikachu, you know he's built different when he has his own title card and none of the other characters got one. Only Pikachu.
Yes.
That's
I'm sorry, KG. I lost it because I just lost. I lost it the moment. As you know, my first reaction to see Captain Pikachu when he's like on that chair with the damn tail, like standing on his tail or sitting on his tail. I don't know what you call it. I lost it.
Isn't that uncomfortable?
No, it was badass. It was so good.
Wouldn't that be uncomfortable?
not to
Yeah,
Captain
what's-
Pikachu.
That's
Captain
the packaging.
Pikachu clearly is okay with it.
He didn't skip leg day. He didn't skip tail
got all
day,
that
right?
muscle in his
No,
tail,
yeah,
man.
his tail's probably his tail's probably like, oh yeah, this is I do tail that every day. So
Yeah.
His tail is made of actual iron.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
guys.
He don't need iron tail because he got all that iron right there in his tail, bro.
Exactly.
I'm sorry, I lost it. I can't stop laughing every time I see that.
No,
I
but-
kind of
That, that made me happy though, Ness. I'm gonna be 100%
Yeah.
with you. That made me the happiest boy when I saw that because I was like, now that's the Pikachu to separate. It's not trying to
Yes.
be a repeat of what we had
No.
before. It has its own identity. It can still be the cute little yellow rodent. Actually, no, I don't even think this thing wants to be cute. This thing wants to be
No.
cool. This is that's the favorite thing about it. He's not trying to be a cute Pikachu. No, he's trying to be a badass Pikachu. He even throws off the antagonist by like being, yo, really? A Pikachu? And the moment that Pikachu said, yo, I'm gonna go in and square up with these fools, and he just throws that cap away to the side and just jumps into the battlefield as is, and just follows it off with a freaking thunder punch of all moves. I was like, oh shit, no, this Pikachu, this Pikachu is gonna be something else. But that fight with Captain Pikachu, though, I think is the highlight of these two episodes. There's a lot of great things, but to me, the Captain Pikachu fight stands out amongst it. Especially that moment when they reveal something cool with this captain that it makes me question, man, Ash, I wish you still kept that with you. And that was the portion where Pikachu, he uses double team, and I really like how they use it in this episode because they almost kind of went with like a Naruto design where the Pikachu. I've never really seen it often in most of the moments when they use double team. When the character still is going to attack it through the clone and not the real one to create that illusion that it's actually there. Only to discover that the real captain has been chilling on top of the ship the whole time, watching this Pokemon go after these clones and not realizing that, no, I've been up here for a reason. And he just looks up into the sky and just consumes the lightning that comes to it. It didn't summon it. No, it ate that lightning bolt and I was like, holy shit, what the hell is this thing doing? And that's when you discover, oh, it's because we're going to bring back a move that we haven't seen in a hot minute, and he comes in with a Volt Tackle. If that doesn't
shit was
scream...
raw.
That was the rawest...
They did that on
Yeah,
purpose. They
no.
knew people wanted it back, so they made that moment more hype.
Not even just the Volt Tackle. Yeah,
No,
not even
and
just the
also
Volt
the name
Tackle.
of the team too. That's like
It's the way he did the Volt Tackle too. It's specifically as a lightning rod. It absorbed the lightning from the storm.
Yeah.
Because he said it before. He said this area and this weather is actually advantageous for us. And I'm like, oh, that's what he meant.
Yeah, they teased it, but they didn't actually specify what was going on with it until they straight up said, or showed it, rather, instead, how it played out. And then they played it out by actually having the Pikachu eat up that lightning to use it as fuel to use Volt Tackle. That, to me, defined Captain Pikachu right then and there. And I loved every minute of it. It was such a good scene. So to me, Captain Pikachu stole my heart. Friede stole my heart. He also had a badass introduction too, alongside with his Charizard. If that moment when they dived on top of the school rooftop, that shit was great. I love the fight that they had going on over there. I loved a lot of the plot elements. I love some of the side characters. I loved a lot of the Pokemon that they revealed in this episode, new and old. There were some Pokemon that you would never expect to see in this one. I think a couple of people in this call probably got fed very nicely in this episode.
Oh yeah, they hooked you up, Polly.
Yeah, Polly. I heard the Polly
What the
noises.
heck? Why is there so much Polyworld?
There's
so much.
Why isn't there?
It's so
It was just so wild. Like the animators must love Polyworld.
Well,
Well-
because Satoshi Tajiri.
yeah.
It's I think they did that as an homage because they did that in the last episode where the Poliwhirl, Ash ran into the Poliwhirl and Poliwag. So I think they always try to do that kind of as a little homage to Satoshi Tajiri, which I always appreciate. But there was a lot. I don't know if it was the same whirl or if it was 4 different ones, but it appeared 4 times. One was sleeping, one was helping out carrying a basket.
One was waving hello and good night.
The noises.
No, I think that Poliworld belongs to one of the staff members in that school. That's what it is. That's the same Poliworld that's helping out the staff in the school. So we might see more of that Poliworld again when we come back to that school later.
Deserved.
So there you go. Well, one person got fed with one Pokemon.
Yeah.
What about the other individual in this in the couch? Not just simply a Pokemon, but also a trainer design too. Would you like to talk about that?
Yeah, guys, I'm in Pokemon Horizons. This is my big announcement. I don't know how that happened. I think they're like, there's this one girl on the internet who's obsessed with a Snubble. Let's give her some relevance. But if you look in episode 1, in the far background, there's a girl with curly brown hair, a little like pinkish purple backpack, and headphones, and next to her is a Snubble. She's just chilling and vibing, and I was like, oh my god, it's me. And that was it. I was like, I made it into Pokemon Horizons. And I was like, I already knew this anime was going to be good because it had Spriggs, it had Friede, who's hot. So, like, those are like 2 things, cats and hot guys. Let's go. So, but no, they decided, let's go and let's add me in. And I was very excited. I was very happy. Thank you, Pokemon. I know it's not probably supposed to be me, but I would like to think it's me. So thank you.
You
see it
popped
in
off
the,
so
general
hard,
there.
I think, in that sequence, if I recall correctly.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck you.
Because the funny thing is, I think your mic was having a hard time reacting to that. That was
Your mic picked up
I
like
thought she
bits and
started
pieces
crying.
of it.
Honestly, I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
Wait, where did this girl show up again in the classroom?
No,
No,
she showed up
side.
in the
Oh,
battlefield.
if you go on my Twitter, I tweeted out a photo of it, and then people actually like were zooming in and getting like clear images of her for me.
I think
Enhanced-
TSS made a
enhanced-
really clear
Enhanced,
one.
Yeah.
enhanced visuals by 33%.
Zoom. Like it was
I found her.
cosmic. It
Yeah,
was
I
straight
found
up
her.
cosmic.
Yeah, I was so I was so happy.
Wow, it does look like her. It's
It's
actually kind of
literally her.
It's kind of freaky. I'm not gonna lie.
I think the one that it's shown in Discord looks like that's been edited, but I remember seeing.
No,
Wait.
that's been that. Yeah,
Yeah, because
No,
I was like,
it's-
the one that you guys showed now. I was like, that's clearly
yeah.
edited. But I remember
TSS
seeing.
shared one.
Yeah, he did. I remember. I was
Yeah,
like,
the one that was more HD than anything I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
don't know how he
Yeah,
got that
right?
one.
Yeah, I'll put it in our chat. But yeah, guys, I was just so happy. I was like, it's me. I was like, I don't care. The entire series can suck. I don't even care anymore. Like, I made it.
In terms of first impression, though, that's what mattered. And God, what a first impression! Because you've been crying about a Snubble for every week with that ending sequence and never got it.
I never got it, and now they just like, you know, not only are you still not gonna get a Snubble in the ending, but we'll just put it in the show.
Wait,
in the first episode.
hold on. You don't know that. You don't know what Liko and Roy are going to be
my
rapping
God,
about.
If Liko manages to get a Snubble with her Sprigs, she's gonna be the
She's gonna
best
cry.
anime character of all time. I don't care. It doesn't matter of all anime. I don't care.
What the?
She's turning into me.
Yeah, essentially, we got now two girls who are super hyped about their stuff, bro.
You're gonna hear
Just
cosmic
snubble.
noises.
Oh,
KG, wasn't there a
yeah.
Zorua? KG, wasn't there a Zorua in this one?
No, there was a Zero and MPM. I didn't see any Zeruas.
Yeah, you're right.
Don't worry, I'm magnifying and zooming in for Zeruas anywhere. I need my Zerua fix whenever I can. So there might be a chance that we might see more Zeruas later down the road. But for now, I'm taking it nice and steady, knowing that the others are happy currently with their Pokemon. So it's great though. I love it. The cast of characters are fun. I love all of the characters in the cruise on the ship itself. From what we've seen so far, some of the girls have gotten my attention. I will be honest, I haven't gotten used to their names yet, well, except for Friede, of course.
I believe I know Molly only because of her pink hair. I just
Yeah,
know
Molly, the
yeah.
pink hair. The only reason I know her very well is because she was like, yo, okay, things are happening. I'm going to need to go out. And in the middle of the storm, and I'm like, oh, shit, she's taking things in her own hands. Like, oh, goddamn. So she left a really solid impression for me.
You know, with your review, can I do mine? Because I got to head out for like a second. I might be back.
All right, don't worry. I'm about to finish up anyway. So I'll pass it on to you soon, okay?
Cool.
Okay, so final thoughts overall. A fantastic start to a new series. Opening was also super solid too. I had a wonderful time with the opening sequence shots. You could definitely tell that it was on a more anime side because they actually had to darken certain parts of the opening from the initial run, I think because of how flashy it got, which we rarely get an opportunity to see that sometimes with Pokemon. So it's really cool that they had to do something like that with some sequences. I love the story. I love the opening sequence. I love the little cute dance that they had at the middle portion. Well, it's not really a dance, but it's just them humming to the beat. The song, it sounds lit. And overall, I can't wait for what this new saga has to offer. So for these 2 episodes alone, the opening and animation and storytelling and character introductions and finally no longer having to suffer the journey syndrome, a solid 10 out of 10 for me overall. It was a wonderful, wonderful start to a new saga, especially knowing how things played out during the beginning of this year. I had a wonderful time. It definitely was a breath of fresh air for this. Is it too high of a score, would you think? Maybe. You might be onto something. Maybe. But did it make me happy? Was I hyped? Did it end off on such a wonderful note? And did it actually deliver on certain beats for what I wanted the series to be? And to that, I say yes. And no, I only just did that just to piss off Journeys people is all. Don't worry about it. I know. Listen, the reason why Journeys has a lot more flack than it did with now is because Journeys had to suffer one thing and one thing only, and that it had to suffer the 25 years of history. This saga does not have to. This is a completely clean slate. All brand new. We don't need to care about the past. We don't need to think about the past. We just simply need to focus on the present and what comes from the future of these episodes. So for that alone, Horizons is leaving off on a fresh, wonderful note for me. And of course, my score might be over exaggerated, but that just means I was very happy with what I was given. So that is my score on that. It's a fake score, but it's my score, damn it. So Tyron, I pass it on to you, buddy.
Oh boy, new Pokemon, new era. I made a tweet earlier today that caught a lot of popularity real quick. I love how different Liko is from Ash. And then I made Ash do a quote. It was like, I want to be the very best, like no one ever was. And then Liko goes, the very what? I'm just trying to figure out why my cat keeps taking naps on the gym roof on Wednesdays. Like, it's a cat. How does she even know? Like, that defines their characters in a nutshell. And I love her for it. I love that it feels like they Pokemon immediately realized, okay, Ash is over. Let's distance ourselves as far away from him as we physically can. Because I was so scared they were going to be like, this is Ash's child. They're going to reveal it at the beginning. Or he's going to make some cameo or be mentioned as the Pokemon Chirper. But they didn't. They didn't. She's as far away as physically possible. And I could not be any happier. Her grandmothers from like Paldea gave her like an emblem. I'm like, yes, but keep her as far away from this dude as humanly possible. I love Ash, but keep him away. This ain't your time anymore. Just hold the W that you got and leave. Leave us alone. It's new. I'm just like, yay, this is great. I love that she wants to figure herself out. And honestly, for a Pokemon series, that's great. And I said this in my review when I recorded it. I said, like, every time we have Pokemon, no matter who's involved, usually their goals are very tangible. They want something very specific. Liko just wants to figure herself out. That's why she talks to herself a lot. That's why she has inner monologues. That's why she has that funny little Sakura ghosting. If you watch Naruto, you know Sakura has like an inner self that talks alongside her. They gave Liko that too. I like that Liko says something and like her little spirit self goes, yes! Like, I love shit like that. I'm glad we have like the subdued character now who isn't sure how life works. Because as much as I love Ash, he's very gung-ho, which I loved for that series. But now we've moved on, and I always love when they deviate between different main characters. So I like the fact that Liko's just this like, she's literally just this curious girl. She does things like draw Sprigatito like on different rooftops and different days based on its sleeping pattern. She's actually a lot like Deku from My Hero Academia, if that makes any sense.
Aww.
She's very analytical. She asks questions. Here's what messed up the score for me. I love Anne as her friend. Like the roommates. Sadly, I don't think she's coming back. I think she's gone for good. Like, unless they decide to bring her back like episodes from now. Sadly, the show moves so fast. She's gone. Like, she's in break now. And based on what we see on the opening, at least, Liko's not coming back to the school, which makes her a dropout, funny enough. But she's not coming back to the school. So that Liko and introvert, extrovert, one's messy, one's clean combo, that's gone. And I'm just like, no, I like those two together. Fuck. But you know, that's kind of what hurt the score for me, and that's only because this episode and the next episode, they move really fast. They're to me, they moved extremely fast. Like, there's a lot of stuff that's in both episodes, but they move extremely fast. Like, to the point where you're like, damn, we're already here? And I think that's because I'm so used to Pokemon's weirdly slower pace when it comes to like, okay, we did this episode. Now it's time to meet a Togepi for no reason. Like, I'm so used to that. Here, we're hit with like 2 major plot episodes right off gate. And the second episode is literally jumping her straight into a kidnapping. And then a cat ends up getting stolen at the end of it all. Like, this is a lot for Pokemon. Like, this is heavy for Pokemon to start off on. Nobody has explained anything to her yet properly. So there's still that. And obviously, I know we're going to get there. We're going to slow down. I think they wanted to start off strong just to catch some like eyes and get us invested. And they were like, okay, we're the series that came after Ash. We really got to like get these kids' attention quickly. We got to kidnap a kid. That's sadly what we start off with is the, what they call it, the Explorers.
Yes.
You know, the game.
Yeah, the Explorers are the
games
bad guys.
I kind of wish they were called the Explorers, like the X at the beginning of the. That would have been kind of cool.
Oh, so it could replicate the R for the
yeah,
rocket.
yeah. The
Oh, I
X,
see what you mean.
yeah. I kind of wish they did that, but it is what it is.
It's kind of a dumb name, for just.
It is a
like,
dumb name.
It's like just a basic,
It
It
is a
doesn't really
dumb
sound like a
name.
villain name.
It doesn't sound like a villain name, but honestly, I do like them as villains.
Yes.
Like we talked about the Pikachu battle. Honestly, I'm giving props to Cerule Edge. That thing went through a fight with Charizard, Pikachu, and a boosted Sprigatito with no brakes. It's competent. Like, it didn't lose either. Like, because I saw some people going on Twitter, yay, a level 5 beat of Cerule. I'm like, no, it's still fighting. It's still there. It's still active.
No, like Liko interrupted the fight.
Yeah, the fight just got interrupted because of the storm, and they got pushed to the side. But no, Cerule Edge is still fighting. It's holding its own, too. It fought 3 Pokemon without rest. So I thought that was pretty impressive. And they're very dangerously dark about it. At first, we were going to steal the pendant. Now we're going to steal you. Holy shit, guys. What? So Theo, he's pretty cool. I get the strange feeling he may wind up becoming a good guy later, though.
Yep, same. Yep.
Only because he saved that Sprigatito. Now, granted, he's using it as a bargaining chip to get Liko. That's the point. And honestly, they to be continued on the cat being kidnapped. I'm like, damn!
You know what it reminds me of? You know what it reminds me of, Taran? Pokemon Black 2, White 2 story?
Yep, sure does. I can only imagine how Cosmic felt about the cat being kidnapped on a cliffhanger. I'm like, damn!
Yeah.
You gonna steal the cat on the cliff? You gonna steal the cat then say to be continue? What the fuck is that shit about? You can't do that.
Yeah.
Well, we know she's got to go get it back. And but honestly, I love the approach of these 2 episodes. My only criticism, I wish we had a little bit more time to breathe in that school. Because KG, sorry about you. This was more school anime than Sun and Moon's whole series was.
Oh, don't worry. I said the same thing too, buddy.
I'm like, wow, we've been in a classroom for a while now. What the fuck?
We actually saw students, teachers.
We saw a teacher.
Weird.
Updated their phones together as a class.
Now, although I was weirded out about one thing, and I raised this question in my review too. I'm like, each of the kids get a starter Pokemon, but there's only 27 because 9 times 3 is 27, right? 1 for each region. There's 9 regions, 3 starters. But then I was like, this kind of bullshit. That means the first kid to get called gets the best choices because they can pick whatever they want. And
Is it random though? That's what I don't understand.
And if you're the 27th kid, that means you only get 1 funky ass choice. Leo. I'm kidding.
I kind of feel like it wasn't like that because it seemed like it went on order to me, or they were already assigned. Like
but I see each of the kids picking Pokemon, and I only count 27 Pokeballs and 27 kids. So in my brain, I'm like, somebody's getting cheated.
Yeah, the one who got the lowest score, probably.
Yeah, probably that. Like,
I don't think she knew what she was gonna get though.
I was gonna say, Liko winds up picking a Pokeball and she doesn't know. So, I
think it was all random. I think that it was all just.
Yeah, but then that just begs more questions.
Yeah, I know. It was very weird. They didn't explain that.
Yeah, they did not. They did. And I was thinking in my head, maybe they ordered them beforehand or something. Like, oh, I made this choice online or some shit.
But I will say, I did like the numbering being 27, 9 generations, 3 starters each. 9 times 3, 27.
But that's how I figured it out. Yeah, 9 times 3 is 27. But so the Pokemon selection was interesting. And then another thing came to me. And we brought this up earlier, KG. The fights here are basically like manga. And the reason being, the trainers can get hit. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It's catering to a different, or at least a somewhat older audience for that alone.
It took me a moment I had to go back and freeze frame it. Friede moves his leg in the middle of that volt tackle. The reason he does that, because if he doesn't, he's gonna get hit. And then the psycho cut shot. Yeah, like trainers can get hit in the middle of the fight.
Oh, by the way, there's a cool little detail with the psycho cut. I don't think most people might notice. Notice that moment when the psycho cut like pierces through the barrier in the airship and it hits Molly and the Pokemon. There was actually 2 psycho cuts that went through. The first one went off screen, but off screen it hit the barrier, which caused it to disappear for just a second or two to allow the second one to go right through it to then hit Molly and the others.
Yeah, and I like
it's
that.
It's such a cool detail.
And one thing I really like, I like that Liko is out of her league here. Like everybody's stronger than her at this point of the story. But Liko immediately realized, she's like, this Pokemon battle is like intense and all, but they're kind of fucking up my school. I need to like deviate them away from the fight. Like I need to deviate the fight away from, school so they can stop destroying it. So she comes up with the idea, like she's like, they're after the pendant, so if I just leave, the fight should leave. So that's why she makes the jump off the roof. So I like that though. I like that she can contribute even though she's not the strongest. I love when shows do stuff like that. So that was really good. I like the Pikachu thing. Don't even get me started. KG already mentioned it. That. Oh my goodness! Like a double team into a thunder punch, a false thunder punch onto a volt tackle powered. I was like, yo, what the. Yo, legit strategy? Legit strategy? And, oh my god. My god, that shit was raw as hell. Yeah, strong start. I'm loving it. I like, they also even explain why they can't, because a part of my brain was like, oh, just lift up the hatches for the ship so that they can't land on the battlefield. They can't because the thunderstorm knocked out their power. I was like, okay, makes sense. Okay, got it. It feels like everything here has a purpose. Even the Pokemon, like when they move, they're a lot like Sun and Moon. They move very independently of like what's happening. Like birds move like birds, cats move like cats. With Sprigatito, like the paws on Liko's eyes. Also, I like that Sprigatito isn't just disobedient for the sake of disobedience. Sprigatito's disobedient because she a cat. You ever tried to tell a cat commands? Yeah, ain't gonna work. That ain't gonna
Cosmic,
work.
have you tried that before?
Does it work?
Yeah, have you told your cat before to use leafage? Does it work?
I mean, when I tell my cat to do anything, she typically just stares at me and then walks away.
Yep, just like Sprigatito. Just like Sprigatito, actually. I'm like, it's not disobedient. It's a cat. That's what cats do, baby. But like, other than that, I loved the first 2 episodes. Completely amazing. My only gripe, like I said, was the pacing of the first one moved a little too fast. I kind of wish we could stay in that little peaceful. I think it's because it's a new Pokemon too. I really wanted to live and breathe in this world for a little bit before we got to like straight cutthroat action.
Mm-hmm.
Like the second episode could have been the action stuff. The first episode, I wish we had a little bit more peace time. But I get why they're doing it. They're doing it to catch like the audience's attention really quickly. And they needed cliffhangers, so that do what it do, I guess. 8.5 out of 10. Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. Wow. Like I said, that pacing is fast as hell, but other than that, I love everything about it. We've had pretty much a hit. Liko as a main character is great. I'm loving her already. Honestly, it's weird. I'm not really like. It's not that I'm not looking forward to him. I just don't care enough for Roy. I really kind of don't care about him. he better make a damn first good impression for me to care about him.
Well, he has a Fuecoco, so there you go.
Yeah, Liko right now is like the hot shit right now. Roy, to me, he hasn't even made a debut yet, so I don't even know how to feel.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up.
Special.
Yeah.
Well, he is special in that he has the ball, and that's really it.
Yeah, the time-crossed ball or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But overall, very positive, very strong first start. But I gotta head out very briefly. Hopefully, I'll be able to come back by the time we get to the end. All right.
All
See
right.
you guys.
Thanks for coming on through,
Yeah.
buddy. All right,
No
let's do
problem.
our best to pass it on quickly to some other homies in the meantime. Let's go pass it to Dean first here. I'll pass it to you, buddy. What do you have to say about the
Okay.
two-parter? Let's get it.
I really, really liked it. I think Liko is just very relatable as a main character. She doesn't know how to talk to people really. She has lots of like these inner thoughts. She's shy. You can see like that bus sequence at the beginning of the episode. That she wants to talk to them, but she just doesn't know how to. And I find that really sad, but also I feel the same. So I like her a lot. I like Spriggs because like Spriggs is like the complete opposite of Liko in a lot of ways. It's also just a cat, which is hilarious. And I think they're going to grow great together. So we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Now, one thing that Tyrone didn't mention or KG didn't mention is that Go is still in the series, but he's the Pokedex now.
No.
And it's so funny
Didn't know
because
this.
yeah, Go is the Pokedex. He literally
I-
got his dream.
Pokedex Dexu.
I did not pay attention to that detail. I was like, I kind of like, oh, it's another Pokedex.
Yeah, I heard the voice. I think we were watching the watch party, and all of a sudden I was like, "Wait a minute, that's Go, isn't it?" Yeah, I was like, "What the
Yeah.
heck?" He became the Pokedex. It's hilarious. So maybe that's what happens to him in the series. They just mash him down into the Pokedex. I don't know. Who knows? The new girl that they introduced named Anne, that girl with the fang that we were talked about. I do hope we see more of her because she left a good first impression. But like Tyrone said, I don't think that's going to happen at least for a while because she's at the school and Liko is not going to be at the school unless they go back at certain points. Then maybe she'll show up. Then I don't know. Or maybe they'll find Anne on their journey somewhere. I assume that's probably gonna happen because there's a reason they introduced her like that, as her first friend. So I feel like she'll show up again. The Rising Volt Tacklers, I like them a lot so far. The ones we've been introduced to, at least. There's been a few that we haven't seen a whole lot of, but Friede's obviously like the highlight. He's just a badass. Like his entrance was just awesome with the Charizard, and the way the Charizard is just animated in general is just awesome. Like I just like it just animates differently than like previous Charizards we've seen. It just has this more aggressive look to it. I like that a lot. I like the battle though. I thought it was a little bit short. So because there's just so much going on in this first episode, it's kind of hard to have a big battle there at the end. I like the villains though, but yeah, like I said earlier, the Explorers is kind of a dumb name. I feel like they could have come up with something better. So I don't know. I feel like these aren't. I say they're villains now, but I feel like they're not going to be the main villains of the show because we can see that Amethio doesn't seem like he's just evil to be evil. He either has a focus. I think he's like a lackey to someone even bigger. That's what it really feels like to me. Like he doesn't know what this pendant is about that they're trying to get from Liko. It like whenever the shield comes up at the end, he's like, "Oh, it can do that or whatever." And I was like, "Okay, so clearly he doesn't know what this thing really is. He's probably getting it for his big boss man or something. I don't know. We don't know, but that's my assumption." I like that they put this new Pokemon in that they didn't reveal, but then today they revealed it, so that kind of took me out of it a little bit. I wish they wouldn't have done that, but it's whatever. The first episode I thought it was a good start. I think what Tyrone said makes a lot of sense. Where I wish I would have seen more of the school stuff before we got thrown into the big chase at the end and all that stuff. I wish we would have had like an episode of just the school, but that way we could have the second part just being, the ending of the episode or the first episode, just have the beginning of the second episode. I think that's would have worked better. But I did like it a lot. So that was the first episode. The second episode, well, they introduced all the other Volt Tacklers. The Molly, the pink hair girl. I hate to say this, but that resting bitch face she has on her, I love that so much. So I hope we see a lot more of her because she's my favorite. At least so far. We haven't really seen much of the others too much. Captain Pikachu, we talked about him a bunch already, but oh my god. So cool. He's just so different from Ash's Pikachu. It's so great. The battle that he had with Amethio, knowing Volt Tackle just threw me off. And even the music in that specific scene with Volt Tackle and the way it was used was so perfect. The Thunder Punch. I guess he knows Lightning Rod, it seems like. That's what everyone's kind of assuming. It's not Charge, I don't think. It could be Charge. like the move charge, but I think it's gonna be lightning rod. We just don't know his fourth move. I saw people in the chat say it could be like fly or something stupid like that. I think that'd be hilarious. Let's see, Sprigatito. Just the Sprigatito at the end learning to use leafage, but it looks way different. I think it's just a superpowered leafage. They didn't say anything about it, but I feel like it could be. It's not Leaf Storm, I don't think, because Leaf Storm, unless they just completely change the animation of Leaf Storm, it's probably either just a superpowered leafage or it's a new grass type move we just don't know anything about. But I assume it's just superpowered leafage. I don't know how she used that, but maybe it's just like Ash's Pikachu, where Ash's Pikachu is just strong because it's strong. So because of feelings, Sprigatito could do this or something. I don't know. They could do something there. I thought the ending was really sad though, with just the way Liko was like acting because they stole Sprigs from her, and just her like crying. She was basically crying. I was like, oh my god, dude, that is so sad. So it's really sad there. One question I have though is the Fuecoco that's on board of the ship. Is that going to be Roy's, or is that just going to be a random one? I don't know. If
Oh, I didn't
Roy
think of
is
it like that.
Yeah, that Fuecoco is just there. So is Roy just gonna take that one, or is he gonna go get his own? There's gonna be two
I kind
Fuecocos?
of thought that it was going to end up becoming Roy's because
I
his
hope he
character is
does.
supposed to be like, based off of the description that Pokemon's given him, is he's supposed to be like on this like random island in the middle of
I
nowhere.
feel like he's just gonna have that Pokeball, but then Fuecoco is gonna grow an attachment to him or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I have a feeling. Like, because they both already have like, because Roy definitely just from the opening looks like he's probably gonna have like that wholesome, cutesy,
Mhm.
like lightheartedness to bring in the show, and clearly Fuecoco is gonna be doing the same thing. So I think they're just gonna bond.
Yeah, that's what I think so too. Yeah, especially because you see in the opening of the world, they're obviously a thing together. So, it's kind of crazy that Roy's not been introduced yet, but I guess that's. I mean, we've had it in the past though, where we've had other characters like Serena or whatever the other side character been introduced much later. So they're probably just gonna do that again, which is cool because that gives him more breathing time. I just hope it's worth it because he's not been shown off a lot either. And I mean, I didn't watch the future episodes preview. I know we didn't watch it Friday, and I don't want to watch it because I don't want to be spoiled on anything. So he might have shown up in that. I don't know, but the fact that he's not been even a word of him yet is kind of crazy to me. And also, it seems like, at least from these first two episodes, it could change, but this series may not be episodic like Journeys was. Maybe it's just a two-parter and then the rest will be, but it seems like they're not doing that.
Good.
So I'm hoping, let's just pray that
Please.
it doesn't, because that would change everything. Really, it would. Overall, 9 out of 10, though. That's what I give it. The only thing I would have changed is probably the same thing what Tyrone said, where I think the beginning was a little too fast with just getting into everything.
No, 100%. I can see why they would why he would say that and why you would say that too. But I'm glad to see you also enjoyed the episode quite a lot, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then let's go pass it on to this couch over here, Emmy. I will pass this one on to you now, buddy.
All right. Well, I had a fantastic time with these two episodes. I am very, very happy. I'm very impressed. I came into the series with literally no expectations. I know everyone was very excited, but I was just scared of previously what we got. So I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna go into this. I'm gonna watch it, see how I feel, and go from there. And I was very impressed. I'm very happy. I'm super, super happy. I'm very excited to see what the rest of the series has to bring. First and foremost, like you guys said, like, I just love how the Pokemon are just out in the open, and it just feels so natural. Like, the world of Pokemon, you usually hear that in the beginning of just, like, everything, right? And it's usually you see those sequence of Pokemon right there and then, and they're, like, wherever they live. But in this, you really feel it because you actually just see the Pokemon just interacting with humans just normally. It just feels so natural. It doesn't feel like forced, if that makes any sense, or they're just supposed to be in this little scene and that's it. You see them in the background, you see them everywhere, like we saw, like Polly got fed. I heard those Polly noises even though you weren't there, Polly. I heard them. And now Cosmic's in Horizons. Like, that's amazing. You see Snubble there too. Like, that's fantastic. So I was very happy to see, like, even just like, even the starters as well. Like, I love that this series is not just focused on Paldean Pokemon and that's it. Like, you get all the Pokemon. So even like for the partners, you see like all the partner Pokemon from like the previous games and such. And it just, again, it feels so natural and it's just so nice to see that. And it's such a breath of fresh air. I also just want to give out a shout out to Machop for carrying those bags.
Yes, Oh my god, it's so
I know,
cute.
it's so cute. It's such a nice way to open, just like the little series, so I love that. Of course, I completely agree with everyone that said Liko is very, very relatable. She's shy, but she wants to meet people. She doesn't have that confidence yet, but she's kind and she's misunderstood. And even those like internal monologues, those are one day going to be things that she says out loud. And I can't wait to see that because she's going to have that confidence to say the things that she feels out loud. And people are going to listen to her and they're going to take her seriously and everything. And I can't wait to see that development. It's nice to see a character kind of start from zero and make their way up. So I'm very excited to see what she has in store. But the thing is, too, is that even though she's learning, so she's smart and she just needs to have more confidence in herself, and I'm excited to see her develop that over time. As for her bond with Sprigatito, I really enjoyed seeing that over the 2 episodes. I'm so glad they built that bond, and you could actually see it on screen, which was even nicer. So you saw them like battle, you saw them like training off screen, even just like interacting too, because she was learning about Sprigatito and just like how it like just it's like its habits and all that, and trying to understand where this little kitty's coming from, because it's legit a cat. It's the same thing as a cat, and I found that so cute, and I very much enjoy that. I'm gonna enjoy this bond a lot, and I love that even though like Sprigatito is kind of like standoffish at the beginning too, she still wants to like care for it and understand where it's coming from, and she's very like compassionate. So I love that too about Liko as well, just like her mannerisms and just like the way she like thinks. So I'm very excited, like I said, to see okay, the music in these 2 episodes. I am so excited to see the music for the rest of the series too, because I was having a field day with this music, this orchestra. Where did this come from? Like these themes, like Friede's theme. I don't know if that's his actual theme, but like when he like came in for his entrance, that music was so good. The chase scene, it's so good. It's just like all the music hit so good. And I was like, oh, the choir part, yes, exactly, true. And oh my god, it was just amazing. I am so impressed by this music. It's so good. Oh, I was so happy. Oh my goodness. Like you guys said as well, Anna's a really good character as well. I agree though. I wish we did get to see more of her. I think we will. The break thing was kind of, I agree, a little bit sudden. I wish we did have some more time in the school as well. But it's not the biggest deal in the world for me as well, because I believe this is going to be like the main. They are going to go back to the school. I do believe they're going to go back to the school. It's just they're taking a little bit of break, and then we'll get, like, I guess like character development with these characters as well. I don't think these characters are like characters of the day or anything like that. So I do believe like Anna's going to come back and she's going to get that development because she's her first friend if you think about it. Yo, they got new Rotom phones. They got the Rotom 16. Like, come on, let's go.
Oh yeah, and Rotom tablets.
Yeah, and they got Rotom tablets too. I'm like, yo, it's like Apple. They're making everything. It's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. And like, yeah, Go coming back as the
That's so
Pokédex.
weird. I can't get over that.
It's so weird. Like, you know what I thought about? It's like, like the Go died and reincarnated as a Pokédex.
Yeah, that's
That's
basically
the spin-off. I just found that really funny. I'm okay with it, I guess. Like, it's kind of weird. I agree with that, but like, yeah, it's kind of weird, but it's okay. It's fine. I do appreciate how the Pokédex is being utilized though, because again, it feels very natural. It doesn't feel very like forced and for the sake of like, let's teach the kids this. It doesn't feel like that at all, which is actually really nice. So another thing that I didn't realize when we watched it the first time is that they actually showed like the airship in the sky, because An and Liko were like sitting outside and they were talking, and then An was like, "Oh, look up! It's like it's an airship," and Liko was too like distracted, like thinking about just like
Wait,
how
they showed it?
They showed it, yeah. So in the
Oh,
the
I
first
never noticed
episode,
that.
I didn't
That's
notice it either. I was like, oh snap! So they actually foreshadowed that. So good writing, foreshadowing. What is that? I don't know. Like I said, I was pleasantly surprised by this entire episode. And then yeah, like there's a whole time skip too, because well, I guess they're going on break now. That means it's been a couple of months. So I do agree. It is a little bit fast paced, but honestly, I don't see a huge problem with it, just because I feel like the bond that Sprigatito and Liko developed felt like it made sense. The pacing of that made sense. And if that took like a couple of episodes and stuff, I feel like that would have been like a little bit too slow in my opinion. Because at the end of the day, like Sprigatito doesn't hate Liko. It's just a cat. That's just how cats are. And I think Cosmic can agree to that. Or any
Yes,
cat
yes.
lovers that. See,
It-
there we go.
It's a cat.
It's a
That's all
cat.
it is. It's a cat.
Oh, wait, what?
What happened?
Okay, I thought I was going crazy for a second.
Is Emmy
I
just
think
gone?
Emmy
Emmy?
died.
Emmy?
Emmy? We lost
Emmy?
Emmy.
Hello.
It
She's
got really
up there.
quiet. I was like, I thought my audio went out or something.
Yeah,
I thought mine did too. I was like, I can't hear. What
Oh,
happened?
there you are. Okay, she's back.
Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. Where was I? Okay. So yeah, timescape, like I said, didn't have a problem with it. The evil team. Okay. I did like this evil team because it was an actual legit evil team. So I'm fine with that. Like honestly, I thought they did a fantastic job in just utilizing just like their characters and everything, and just showing just how they are, just what they're after. I agree that they might turn good later on because they seem to have a motive, but I'm interested to see even the background between like why they're after this pendant so much, and now that they need Liko, we also need to understand what the secret is that has her connected. So I think that's going to be really interesting too. In terms of Liko's like battling style, I love seeing that evolve through the episodes as well. When she was battling one of the grunts and using like leafage, even though the Sprigatito is like level 5, let's say that she's smart in how she used it. Like she's like, I don't need to win, I just need to get by. So then she uses I believe it's leafage, right, to have the leaves like cover the eyes and everything. So I thought that was really nice.
I thought that was a little weird. I mean,
Really?
Yeah. How does that work? That's what I want to know. The leaves just appear like on their eye. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me.
Really?
But okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand it. That's
Yeah,
what
no, I thought that was really nice because like I think it's different, because like I feel like she understands her weaknesses, but she still willing to try, if that makes any sense, or kind of do things her way until she gets
I think that's
better.
fine. I think it's just the idea of the move itself and how it works.
Yeah.
Like leafage, like just appear. I don't know. Anyway, it's not a big deal. I just thought it was.
No, I understand that. Everyone has a difference of opinion, so that's okay.
Yeah.
In terms of like the animation was super, super well done. I was very impressed by that. And just like even like the pendant just turning into to me it looked like a soccer ball when it saved her. So that was really funny to me. And like even like Charizard saving her, so that was when Friede entered as well. That was really, really well done too. I thought that was a really hype moment as well. And then even like seeing Friede's relationship with the other characters as well, like him and Murdoch, I believe that's his name, that's the chef. They both have a little handshake, so that was very nice. And even like the Pokemon that are on the ship was really, really cute too. I love that they're just different Pokemon from different regions. I love how natural it looks. Like it doesn't feel forced at all, like I said before. And Fuecoco was just my favorite. He was just trying to help. Like he was on Charizard and Charizard was using flamethrower and he was just doing his best. It was just so wholesome. It was amazing. And then okay, you guys said everything I want to say about Captain Pikachu, which I'm so
Okay,
happy.
it's your Pokemon, so let's go.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second. Let me warm up. So okay, I'm very happy. I'm very happy with this Captain Pikachu. All right, I did not expect the tail. I was so happy. I'm like, yo, this tail is Iron Tail right here. This Pikachu is like pumping iron every single day. Like it's eating all its protein shakes. Like I don't know what's in it.
Push-ups with just his tail. I'm just imagining.
Exactly, and it's beautiful. It's like, what this Pikachu reminds me of? In Kirby, how it's like US Kirby is like, I think, angry and Japanese Kirby is happy, or it's the other way around. That's what it reminds me of. So it's like Ash's Pikachu is like the happy Kirby, and then this Pikachu is like the angry Kirby. That's what it. But it's like not even angry. It's just the confident. It's just the confident one. So I just love seeing this side of Pikachu. That it's just so cool to see. In Volt Tackle, I was joking when we were watching the episode together, and I was like, yeah, like imagine if he does Volt Tackle right now. And then it happened, and I lost my mind. Like that was the hypest moment, I think, in these 2 episodes, at least for me.
Yeah.
That was fantastic. Again, like I'm not gonna repeat, but like what you guys said too in terms of the utilization of the moves, that threw me off guard. His move set, that's amazing. The way it was utilized was so cool. I think Friede is gonna carry in terms of the battling for the series, and I hope that Liko takes just like some mentor from that as well. It would be really, really cool. Like she has so many good people around her that's going to teach her things. So I think that's going to be a really nice thing to see throughout this like series. And I think they're gonna do it because honestly, if they wrote these 2 episodes this well, like I have a lot of hope for the rest of the series. And again, music fantastic. I love the little like breaking the fourth wall of like, am I the heroine of this story?
Yeah, that's right.
That was amazing. I love that. And just like Liko's like even self-sacrifice too, like what KG was saying too, in terms of just like when she noticed that like the ship was getting destroyed, and she was like, you know what, like I don't want to bring all this trouble, like I'll just sacrifice myself. It's okay. And I thought that was like, again, that shows her character, that shows like, you know what, she's like, she is the protagonist and she is a hero, but she's the silent hero. And I think that's so cool because we don't see that very often. We see, you know, people like, you know, just all these actions and stuff, but her actions are small, but they mean so much. And I think that's just so beautiful to see. And I can't wait to see, like I said, to see her development. That's going to be fantastic. The Pikachu fight, oh, fantastic, fantastic. You guys already went into it. So I was just screaming. I was happy. I was so happy. And yeah, the ending. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. The ending. So Leafage, of course, comes out with Liko just like standing there and be like, "No, I'm gonna take a stand," which again, development, so that's great. But the very end when Sprigatito gets kidnapped, that scream before we get the opening, that was a good cliffhanger, but I felt so bad. It's like what you said, Dean. It's like I felt so bad for her at that moment because you could see just you could feel the emotion in her voice, and like the voice actor did a really good job. So very good, very good. Very happy with this. Opening wise, it was a really good. It's really good opening. I don't know if we're gonna talk about the opening separately, but are we or nah?
No, I don't think we have much time.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Honestly, opening wise, 10 out of 10. Whole series, 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I loved it too. Yeah. It took a few listens for me though, to like the song altogether. But yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
But yeah, final thoughts. 2 episodes, 10 out of 10.
Okay, thank God. I thought I was the only
Damn.
crazy one who was thinking 10 out of 10 was
I
weird.
should probably raise the mine to 10 because honestly, what I said was kind of a dumb reason. All right, 10, fine, 10. 10.
Yeah, let's go. The 10 train. Here we go, ladies and gents. Woo!
Tyrone's the odd one out. All right, let's go.
Yeah, let's get it. All right. Well, thank you, Emmy, for sharing your thoughts on that, buddy.
Of course. Unfortunately, I do have to head out to now.
No, that's exactly why I chose you next, buddy.
Night, sis.
All right,
Thank
have
you.
yourself a
Bye,
good night.
Emmy.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts,
Good night,
buddy.
Amy.
Have a
Thank
good night.
you. Enjoy the rest of the pod, guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye. All right, now let's go on ahead and continue on. We got more peeps in the couches. We're going to move over here real quick, Cosmic, to the other couch. We're going to go ahead and speak to our other friends over here. We'll begin with you, Polly. What is your take on the episode overall?
It's time to put my glasses on and sit upright.
How else were you sitting prior?
I was laying down and closing my eyes.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
I was listening to Emmy. Don't worry. Don't worry,
no,
Emmy.
no.
I was listening to you. Okay.
No, don't worry. Polly, you can go on ahead. Share your thoughts. And then after you're done, Nessa, you'll go after her. All right?
Oh, okay.
Mine is going to be like a little bit more brief just because I don't really have much else to say that wasn't already said. And my focus is mainly on the music, which was my favorite part so far of this entire series because it's very similar to Shinji Miyazaki's OST. I mean, it's different but similar. I don't know if is it Konish? Konish? Well, this is the composer, for those who don't know, who composed Twilight Wings, that series. And he also not only I don't want to say grew up, but I think he was always kind of sort of in the background with the production team, if I remember correctly, if I'm reading this correctly. I think he helped out on some of the movies, or he's observed the soundtracks of some of the movies, and then he actually sang. He might have done like background vocals. I could be wrong with this, but like from what I read, I thought that's what it was. Anyway, he's kind of always been in the background. Now finally he got the chance to be composer for this series, and like Emmy said, he's just doing an absolute great job. I really like his philosophy on just making sure that the music goes along perfectly with what's happening in the scene, and he wants to evoke emotions in each scene or with each character as much as he can. So I'm really, really excited to see what he's going to create for the future. And I'm also wondering about the structure of this series, whether we might get, an official soundtrack released where they're going to be different songs that like we'll recognize, maybe Liko and Roy will have their own little OST themes the way that Dawn did, or even Ash had many themes, or Team Rocket had their villainous theme. So I'm wondering how that's gonna go, or if he's gonna kind of freestyle it with each episode and just kind of go with what he feels relates to that specific episode. Like, I don't know if these specific tracks are going to be repeating themselves, if that makes any sense, but we shall see. Regardless, I'm really, really excited for what it's going to bring, because it's just, I got chills at certain points with this music. I think it's just perfect, like perfect all the way through with how each one matched each scene. So I love Liko a lot. I'm rooting for her. It's weird because I don't usually feel like I relate to introverted characters. I don't think I necessarily relate to very, very extroverted characters either. I always look for those that are in the middle, that like they get excited at some points, but they have their underdog moments of having their own insecurities and such. But I don't know. There's something about Liko. I like how curious she is, and I'm fascinated by her. I also like that Sprigatito has personality. Their relationship very similar to Ash and Pikachu was not perfect in the beginning, but you can see that over time, Sprigatito has been growing more protective, or rather, I should say they're growing protective of each other. And I'm excited to see how that bond is going to grow, especially now that Sprigatito is gone and was taken away. I like Emmy said, the pain in Liko's voice, definitely her voice actress is really great with conveying these emotions, and especially it's not easy to convey emotions through doing all of that internal dialogue, which is very different from what we've seen with Ash, where with Ash it was very, very rare that we would see him think to himself, and usually it was during a battle. It wasn't, him wondering about the two friends that are sitting on the bus together, and she's like, "Oh, I like that show. Like, I wish I wasn't shy. I wish I could get along with them, or like get to know them better." Or even just observing her roommate and whatnot. Ash sort of spoke his mind, like, we knew what he was thinking by what he would say or how he would act. So this is a really interesting take. I have a bullet point that says Friede is hot. Okay.
Get in line.
Yeah.
Get in line, Polly. Like I told you before, get in line.
Did you steal that from Cosmic?
Probably. Well, we might just wind up fighting over it. No.
What? No.
Yes, fight!
No, what? No. Okay. First of all, my love of this character has come from when they first revealed him, not when the anime started. Okay, that's when everyone else is coming on this free train. No, I was from the beginning.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
It's so refreshing to see you like this.
What?
I don't know.
I have to come back because Cosmic, I really hope you weren't thinking you were the pioneer of the fucking free train.
I think that's what she's trying to imply.
I am for the pod.
Girls were on the DeviantArt train long before you fucking started.
Oh,
Fine,
I'm
then
gonna
I
type
still get
in. Oh, I'm gonna do this
Cerise.
now.
No.
He's mine.
Well, you can have Cerise. I'll take Friede.
Okay. But I still like Friede.
These are people, not trading cards.
They might as well. Anyway.
You tell that to Daisy.
Oh, Days. Hey, you leave Daisy at days
Uh-uh.
and days and days and days and days and days and days and days.
Anyway.
Days.
I love Friede. He's probably gonna be my favorite. We shall see. But I also like how the other crew is present too. I didn't realize that there was gonna be a whole another crew with him.
Make a side note about Friede, by the way. Nothing negative. I like the fact that Friede is clearly like the strongest here, but he's not perfect. He's an airhead for all sense of the word. Literally, when he lands on the ship, one of the girls chews him out for basically not telling her a single thing, for telling Liko a single thing. He just sort of kidnaps her. Like, in retrospect, this doesn't look okay. She just takes this little girl and flies off. And we know he's a good guy and means well, but this is not okay. Like, it's not okay at all. So yeah, he's not perfect. He's an airhead. The dude forgets shit very easily.
But see, I like that because it makes him more human. I wouldn't want somebody who like gets everything right all the time.
Yeah, he's not a Gary Stu. He's not a Gary Stu.
So I was gonna diss Leon for a second, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm trying not to compare this with, but it's hard not to when this is the first episode.
Well, no, I tackled that already because somebody did that on Twitter. It's okay to make comparisons. They're both Pokemon, for Christ's sakes. What isn't okay is if you insult people who like either or. That's the difference.
Yeah.
So you can make the comparison. I think it's episode 1 of this versus episode 1 of Pokemon. Extremely different, by the way. I made a joke about that too, where Ash goes, I started my Pokemon journey and got attacked by a bunch of birds at the very beginning. I started my Pokemon journey. My cat started running away from me, then got kidnapped by terrorists. Jesus. I'm still processing it. But you can compare the two.
Yeah. So I like everybody in the group so far, especially I like Orla a lot. She's cool. The villainous team I'm still kind of warming up to a bit. I forget who said it, but I feel like I have to learn a little bit more about them before I really, look at me. I've been so used to goofy villains for 25 or 26 years that now that we have actually something that poses more of a threat, I'm sure I will wind up liking somebody. But yeah, or finding it fascinating, but who knows? I'm looking at everything with a new perspective. And with that, one of my favorite things and one of my biggest hopes for this series is just the freedom we now have, like Tyrone was saying, but especially, not just with the plot, but especially with the world building. Because this is the Pokemon world. You could do so much with it. And I love just the little touches here and there, like Emmy saying the cute little Machop helping carry Liko's luggage into the bus. Or just, some of the other Pokemon helping out, like the Colossal, or I forget if it was a car called Colossal, helping out Orla, with like the fire to power up and just others very like helping out. You did see that in the other anime, but I don't know. Here, I feel like it's just a lot more, and just even I hope that they use a lot more of the game locations more often. Like I love the conversation that Liko was having with Anne when they were talking about how they're from different regions, and Anne was like, "Oh, I have to show you Viridian City sometime." Oh yeah, that'd be great. Or have you ever seen a Palmot? Like just showing that they're from different places and that they have different cultures. And
I like when Anne goes, "I've never been outside of Kanto." I said, "Neither has Game Freak."
Yeah.
But like, even if we're going to spend time in Kanto, like I want to see Kanto, So I'm hoping that maybe they take, a lot of creative liberties with this and expand upon these worlds and really bring them to life, especially game locations that weren't necessarily ever really shown in the previous anime. So yeah, that world building, I have a lot of high hopes for it. So that's about it. I will also give it a 10. I'm feeling pretty
shit.
optimistic.
Oh my god. Tyrone. What the
What?
heck, man? You're the only one. Everyone's giving it a 10 so far.
Listen, I love the start of this series. It's been really good. But I'm still gonna be me, okay?
Yeah, I know. I had it at 9, and I was
yeah.
like, screw it. I'll just go.
I'm like, nah. So this is the first episode. I'm only being critical because I care. If I didn't give a shit, I would have lied and just been like, oh, it's perfect. Like 10 is perfect. And in order to reach perfect, you gotta do very specific shit for me. I'm a hard teacher.
We sure are.
I'm sorry, to earn a 10, you gotta fucking blow my mind.
Alright, I guess Nessa's up next. Is KG around?
He said he's gonna be right back.
Okay.
So go ahead, Nessa.
Okay, so actually, honestly, when I actually totally forgot at first that Pokemon Horizons came out on Friday, so I was
fuck?
like, yeah, it really did because I wasn't really paying attention. I think I was sick last week, so I wasn't really paying attention too much online, and then I was kind of busy a little bit more offline, so I kind of wasn't like really like digging into it, and also too, I wasn't as excited as everyone else with Pokemon Horizons. I kind of was like thinking I wanted to dip from watching the anime because I kind of got my brain overall was just like I was like, oh my god, I followed this damn like series for over 25 years, and it's just like it's exhausting. So I was kind of like wasn't as confident jumping into the new one, but nothing because of the new characters or anything or nothing like that. It was just like I was like, do I want to hop in? But you guys are the ones who convinced me to watch it as we got closer. So I did. So I watched it on my own, and I kind of glad I did because I actually enjoyed it. I was actually surprised. It was such a breath of fresh air. Like it's like finally like something so different, and then also it's like it's not tied into the like chains anymore. Like it seems like now they could really, like do what they wanted to do is like mainly tell a story, which like I know for the past like 25 years we were like with Ash, and then they always advertise like the next games that's out and everything like that. So it kind of and then it seems like over time like the formula was getting tiring, and then they were trying to switch it up but wasn't as successful. So it feels so nice. We don't have no expectations like from and I don't know where the heck they're gonna go with this series because I think in the back of my mind I still don't know if Pokemon Horizons is going to be the type of show will be continuous, just like how Pokemon was in the past, or it'll be one of those shows where it's just like we get like I know most standard anime get like 26 episodes and they stop and have a break and then come back the following year and then continue on. So I'm not sure like what direction it seems like they're going because especially from the first 2 episodes I saw, it was like really fast paced, which I wasn't expecting. I know you guys covered a lot of stuff already though, but I did like Liko. She's adorable, and obviously it seems like a contrast from the previous protagonist. And Spiggerito is cute. I kind of like they actually. It seems like these animators look like had actual cats because they pretty much caught on that cat behavior pretty well. So that part I was impressed, and then the looks like the explorers. I guess they're like the bad guys. I don't know if they're really bad guys. It's kind of like like no explanation, but I kind of did laugh with Liko with the hesitation because they're like two groups are after her because of her pendant, and then she's like, "Who do I trust?" And I have like these bad people going after me, and then we have Friede over here saving her ass, and then it was like. And then she has no idea why they're looking for her, so it's kind of like we still don't know the why, but I guess we'll find out in the following episode. So it kind of did crack up with that. I gotta say I did like Anne. Anne was cute. and sadly won't see her as much. But the first episode for me, I liked it, but I liked the second episode better, where we got to know the teen vote killers. We got to know the ship. We got to introduce a lot of more of the characters, get to know them more, and especially inside the boat. I really liked that, and just the like how like for Liko, like she was trying to do anything to just protect those Pokemon. Like the part I think we already explained. We already talked about Captain Pikachu, which I admit Captain Pikachu was my favorite part of the whole episode. Just like everyone in this call. Okay. So already for I said, I personally laughed. What happened was though, I kind of got spoiled a little bit before watching it. So like on Twitter, I reopened Twitter because I kind of been off Twitter for a week and a half, and then the first thing I see is like where it was like I think because it was like out of context like Pokemon like where they tweeted the picture when Pikachu's like standing on his tail. Like that was the first time I kind of got the glimpse of the show, and I almost lost it laughing. Like I was laughing mechanically. I was like, "What?" I was like, "It's just how Pikachu is." Like I was kind of like, "What the heck is going on here?" I lost it. I actually lost it. I couldn't stop laughing. And then when I finally got saw the actual episode, I was kind of like, "Oh, so this is just style, okay?" Like. Okay, I see what they're trying to do with this Pikachu. So, so yeah, that was my reaction. And I think the other thing that kind of also warmed my heart, even though probably like, I kind of love it was like sort of almost like a reference back from one of my favorite Kano episodes from Electric Showdown when Pikachu dodged that Thunderbolt, where he's standing on his tail. So I guess for me, that kind of like meant a lot when I kind of realized what they were like inclined to, and now we get to see this Pikachu do it all the time. So I was personally happy with that. So I don't think I'm gonna get any like. I don't think Raichu's gonna be in this show probably at all because it's the way they're implying everything with the characters. So we just don't know. There's like, and then also like there's just limited possibilities. Like what can they do with these characters? And then Friede, I like him a lot, so I don't think up to Cosmic or Poly's level of how they're up to, but I liked him a lot. He kind of reminded me a lot like an older Ash. That was like my first impression when I saw him. Like how he's just reckless and doesn't think. And then also the way he uses his Pikachu too. So kind of like my brain went to more with the older Ash in mind. So that's how I felt. But just overall, though, I'm just like I still have a couple questions. Hopefully, it gets answered as the show progresses. But yeah, I'm more curious about what the pendant's about, and then hopefully they get a more of like an explanation. The couple things I kind of was weirded out. I'm not gonna lie. Was when one of the Anthonyos when he was looking for Liko, and then he was mentioned about his grandmother pendant, and then hand her a letter. It just makes me wonder. It's like I was like, why did she didn't open the letter just to see if it's really written, or it's like, or she could have told it was fake? But it seems like she just kind of went off by Spiggerito's reaction, just because he kind of got like he didn't trust that team at all, and then she's like, oh my god, why someone's asking about the pendant, and then she just runs off. Like I was like,
your grandmother gave me this letter. You know my grandmother? Yes. Who's my grandma's name?
Yeah.
Nana. Okay,
yeah.
fine.
Like, no, yeah, that was like the part I was kind of like, what? I was kind of like, why she didn't open the letter?
There's gonna be an abridged series of that shit happening.
That was like the only thing, but like, I don't think she just didn't think, but she was just going off like Spiggerito's reaction, like, because he kind of knew, like, okay, something's weird with these guys, and didn't trust them, but he had no problem trusting the other team who literally kidnapped her too. So I was like, oh my god. But that was like that was from the first episode, and then, but no, yeah, I overall I'm actually pretty impressed though, and this is like probably one of the strongest I would say attention grabbers from Pokemon in a long time, Because the last time I kind of felt this drawn into a series, it was probably back in X and Y, so it was like
Hell yeah.
or 10 years ago. I think almost we're getting to 10 years. But yeah, that was the last time because I can't ever remember like there's only a very few it's just rare for me to like something to captivate with me. So I'm very excited. And I kind of like the way I think the other thing I kind of want to praise too is like I kind of like for the two I guess the two kids in the show, which is Liko and Roy eventually. It seems that they're going to be more focused on them, and then the way they with Friede and everyone else in the ship, how they have their own Pokemon and everything. I kind of like they kind of established that, so it's not going to be that much focused on them as much. And then we already know like Friede's a good battler, so that they're not going to go like kind of like what they did in the past, like oh we're going to be just like battle focused like just as a sport. Now this is like life or death it seems like so. So I'm super excited. So, but. My rating for this, I'm sorry, I'm gonna break the chain. It's a 9 out of 10 for me.
Oh, okay. Fine.
Yeah, and it's not a 10 out of 10. There was a couple things that was kind of like.
Don't worry. You'll join it soon enough. Just
Yeah, you'll change your mind.
No, yeah, I'm just my
will.
current question is like I wonder what type of series is gonna be like if it's gonna be like Pokemon continuing like it was before every week, or is gonna have a mini break like with the other anime like they tend to do. So that's the vibe I'm getting. So I can't tell what direction they're gonna go and if they're gonna try to fill in those 3 years.
It almost feels like they've been wanting. It feels like they've been wanting to do Horizons for a long time.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know. I get this feeling like Horizons had like this. I don't know. You can feel when there's a lot of work put in something, and it definitely feels like Horizons. They put a lot of work into Horizons. Like they really wanted this show to be like have its footing.
A bombastic start, essentially.
Yeah, I don't know. Part of me thinks they were probably working on Horizons, debatably after Sun and Moon. It feels like it.
Like they've
feels
had
like they
this
were
thing in
bounced
the-
around a lot of ideas.
I feel like probably not as far back as Sun and Moon. I think probably I want to say around the pandemic they probably started.
I said, yeah, that after Sun and Moon. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It could be because it sounds like Journey's. Because at least a good thing is it's not episodic. Thank God.
Yeah.
Like it.
Well, if we could see so far, at least. I mean,
I don't think-
I mean, they're gonna have their standard. Like today,
They
we're hanging out with fucking Anish.
They
Like they're
might,
gonna
yeah.
have their.
But it's
they're
just
gonna
like
have their-
it's just a
yeah.
question.
Anish?
Is
They'll finally
Yeah.
answer the joke in this series. Let's go.
yes, I was yeah. It's just like the question is look what I was just because it doesn't seem like nothing's been confirmed. So I was wondering if it's gonna be like a shorter series. Like they're not gonna have much filler and just gonna keep going to like towards the story.
Well,
But
now
if it's-
that the whole story is new, what can be considered filler at this point? Then
Yeah, we don't know. It's just like
What could be considered filler to me, I think, is any episode that doesn't lead to like a story beat. Like
yeah.
it's like okay, so thankfully the old Pokemon series gave us the layout for this. If they meet a Pokemon, nobody catches it or anything. It normally can do a thing, but it can't do the thing, so they gotta teach it to do the thing or help it do the thing. And then some villains try to catch it, and it winds up doing the thing. And then they go, "Thank you, Pokemon, for doing the thing." And it goes, "Pokemon." And then the narrator goes, "What other adventures will happen with things?" And it'll be like, "To be continued," and nothing got affected.
Actually, not thinking about it, there was no narrator for the ending of these episodes, was there?
No, Leo was actually the narrator.
That is interesting that they.
Yeah.
had-
Yeah, I think they're
Because-
gonna just have her do it.
Yeah, because Liko starts
Or
off
maybe
the
they'll
front.
change it.
Oh wait, no. Well,
They had an intro, but no outro.
what's that thing
What?
called? Neato thing? But that's not really
the
narrating.
VTuber, not VTuber thing.
Yeah, that thing.
Oh, by the
But
way,
I
the title
remember-
card's really cool. We didn't
I
mention that.
remember the recap. Liko goes, so I attended the school and I wanted to figure myself out, so I tried to train Sprigatito. Like, she's the one giving the recap.
Yeah,
Mhm.
but I mean, like the to be continued portion though is empty.
Yeah.
And-
well,
I also
And
want to point out Liko's actually more technology focused than Ash is, definitely. Like, for example, Ash, the only time he really wants to learn something, the Pokedex will just sort of talk to him about it.
Right. I'm
Whereas
actually
as Liko, she literally looks up like video tutorials and shit.
I'm getting actually the vibes. It seems like it might be an alternate universe because it does not.
God.
Well,
seems
Oh,
like-
only time will
maybe-
tell for that.
it is.
It's all we
I
don't know
hope
yet.
it is.
We don't know, but just the
Oh.
way because like there's no mention of Joy's, there's no mention of Jenny's, and
I'm praying. Well, there's no way for them to show up
'cause
right now.
I know people.
But,
I know a lot of people online are like praying that it's like linked to
Hold on.
Ash somehow. But
No,
I kind of
no,
wanted.
no.
I'm actually more
No.
involved doing its own thing.
Yeah, I think Joy is gonna be in the series. I think Joy transcends universes at this point. But
The Joy Cinematic Universe.
pretty much. But yeah, like no, I wanted to be as detached from Ash as physically possible. That clip she has in her hair, I just want that to be like an homage, and that's it. You don't need to don't touch the other series at all. Like be its own, be your own bird.
Then we gotta let Cosmic talk. Too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Now that we got everyone's out of the way, we can now move on to our last buddy over here in the couch, and she will share her thoughts on the episode. So, Cosmic, take it away, buddy. What do you gotta say for the episode?
It's gonna
of the
be
night?
incredibly short. It's a 10 out of 10. I was literally in the first episode. I can't really critique it when I'm put in the episode. Spriggs
You're under
is a cat.
contract to not say anything bad, right?
Yeah. I mean, when you're in the episode, you can't diss the episode.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, you can.
You guys can't say that. You've never been in an episode of Pokemon.
You don't know what I've been in.
That is true.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was told I was gonna be in episode 7 of Pokemon Horizons. So,
Oh, well, I look forward to seeing you then.
thanks.
But I mean, I can't really look at it negatively. Snubble made an appearance, and that's all I care about. And Spriggs is adorable. Friede is hot. And yeah, that's my review. 10 out of 10.
Okay.
Oh wow, that really was quickie.
I told you it was going to be super short.
I know, but even then, Jesus Christ.
Mm-hmm.
Here's
okay.
the thing: when there's all these people going, and you
Yeah, everything I
go
would have said
next,
was
and you're
already
the last
said,
one,
so.
you're just repeating everybody.
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
that's no fun.
Well, then you never said anything about the opening, though. Can we at least hear your thoughts on that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Nobody really
I mean-
gone break and dissect the opening, at least. So.
Oh, I mean, I like the opening. I think it's cute. I mean, it's kind of really hard to like judge the opening right now because Roy's not in the show yet. But I think like overall, I think it's like it's wholesome. It's cute. I love the there's like this one part where Liko is kind of singing along with the song, and I really like that part. That's my favorite part of it.
Oh, is it when she's in the bedroom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part
really
is
cute.
the Sprigatito Fuecoco little like action sequence thing, and then the camera zooms all the way up to Captain Pikachu's hat.
Also, by the way, it zooms past Noctowl too. So not.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Noctowl's in the show.
Yeah.
I like to call that the action sequence of the opening. You know, every opening has it where like
during the chorus beat.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's my favorite part.
Yeah.
Oh, it was,
Yeah,
Oh.
I don't really have anything else to say. I maybe I'll have more opinion of the opening when Roy's in, like to see if it does it justice. But like, I mean, Liko's. I feel like it did justice for her. So
How do you feel about Liko so far? Do you like her?
oh, I think she's great.
Yeah.
I find her very relatable. Honestly, I know people are gonna hate me for saying that. She kind of reminds me of how Go was at the beginning of Journeys. which
Yeah, a lot
I
of
am-
people said that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go done right. Yeah, well, we'll
But
see.
like, I actually. But no, I've
It
like
is go
openly
done
said
right though.
I like Go. I liked Go's
Yeah.
character.
Like Go.
Like, in her. Well, no, I liked his personality. I thought it was
What
relatable. as somebody who's-
personality?
Goggle
Yeah.
says that's what scares me.
He didn't really have a personality. That's the sad part.
Yes, he
did.
did. It just
Not
wasn't one
really.
that matched yours. He was socially
Yeah.
awkward and shy, and he
No,
was difficult in social situations.
Here's the thing. He did have personality, Tyrone. I think the word is inconsistent.
Well,
He
yeah, that
had
was the
personality
problem with
during his
Journeys.
debut, and then they threw it away.
No, they had it show
No,
up every
they
now
had
and then.
It was
Yeah,
in
they
there,
did.
but
The fact that you have to say every now and then is already a terrible.
yeah.
argument.
No,
That's
but
regardless,
we're
it was
correct.
because
We're
Journey
factually
was-
correcting you, though.
I was
Tyrone.
gonna say because Journey was episodic, so they
Yeah.
got and then they kept changing to whatever. But they
No, regardless, I don't know. Like, I liked his personality, and I like that like social awkwardness thing because I feel like it's something like anyone, especially like the older people who watch Pokemon. Let's be real, we all have a piece of us that's socially awkward. So
Hmm.
I personally like that is represented. I never related to Ash at all. Like I've openly said Ash was probably like my least favorite character in Pokemon because I just never related to him.
Damn.
Well, no, I was always more into the supporting characters. I was more into Team Rocket. I was more into the Pokemon. Like Ash was just there to me. And so having a main character I can actually kind of relate to, and not only that, but she's a female, and so that's really cool to see. Like I don't know, I really like Liko. I'm excited to see what they do with her. Hopefully they don't, journeys her and completely ruin her story. But for now, I'm liking her. So it's still
Liko's personality is leaves beyond go. Like that shit. In the first 2 episodes, she's already proved that much.
You know what it is, Tyrone? And I think this is what I said beforehand. He is a character that I can enjoy, but the series that he's attached to does not do him any justice. And right now for Liko here, I'm really enjoying so far anyway, just to be clear, so far what she has been presented with and what is coming for her future. It's a good first impression, but just like good first impressions, it's always about what comes in the next coming weeks to truly get a good feel of what this show really wants to do for the future. Case in point, Journey's episode 7 and the Ho-Oh episode, so...
Well, which one was the Bulbasaur weird? Was that
You mean
episode
episode 3?
Yeah.
Here's
the thing. People are already saying, oh, this is better than anything. Liko's the best protagonist, better than Ash. I'm like, guys, it's been 2 episodes. Calm down.
I think, man, Journey's really messed up their mindset if they.
They
did.
I've heard so many people saying that. I'm like,
guys,
social
media especially.
I can say that, like, from what I've seen now, I'm more impressed about what I've seen now versus Journeys. I'm not gonna say the whole fucking Ash series. Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, and there's actually some people who actually still can't let go of Ash Gone, and I saw
mean,
a lot of.
Oh, they won't. There's people who, even after Horizons ends and they move on to whatever series comes next, there'll still be the people who will say that Ash is the best protagonist. They should go back to Ash. Like that happens with that's happened with every shonen anime. That happened with Naruto. It happened with Dragon Ball. It happened with Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it doesn't matter. It's always going to happen. You're gonna get those fan loyalists and.
There's a lot of them.
Don't get me wrong. Like, I am connected to the original one in a way that I don't, but I feel like there's different ways. There's different perspectives I have. Like the way I watch and interpret and enjoy this one might not be the same way I do with the other one.
So, Polly, if I had to just make an assumption, I feel like it's not necessarily Ash you're looking forward to. Like, let's say if he does come back, you're more so curious about what he brings when he returns.
Oh no, I in terms of just remembering the like, I'll never stop. Like, I literally just retweeted a clip of May saying something funny. And that was 20 years ago.
But that goes hand in hand with what I was saying. Like, I was more attached with the characters that he traveled with the Pokemon, with Team Rocket, with all those other characters. It's Ash that I just never had an attachment to. But people are always going to associate the anime with Ash, and that's what they're going to want to come back. They're not going to care if the others come back. It'd be nice if they do, but people are just going to want Ash back.
I think
that's what I'm kind of hoping for. Like it kind of separates. Like they don't have to like. They could probably. I'm pretty sure they can't handle without Ash.
Technically, I was done with Ash. Technically, after like I want to say AG or Diamond and Pearl, I was kind of done with him there.
Diamond and Pearl, I feel, would be the best one song.
Yeah.
That was his
XY came around and made me re-love Ash again. Like that one came in and made me go, "Oh shit, that's right. Ash is awesome when he needs to be." But
hence in point when he needs to be.
But I think the problem is and that's goes into the reason I love this series automatically off jump. I've been like Pokemon needed to switch main characters a long time ago in my eyes.
Well, I feel like they should have done years ago. Like I was like 4
no, they've even
years.
tried to do that, but they're like, wait.
I always found it ironic. I always found it ironic that Pokemon's just now doing it. Pokemon is this one series that's all about like anybody can have their own adventure with it. Like that's the reason even the games are laid out that way. Every time you start a new game, you're technically starting a new adventure because you have a whole new team or something different happened or you met a different Pokemon that you didn't meet in the last time. All of them have always been revolved around this, like everybody's adventure with Pokemon is gonna be different. So it weirded me out that Pokemon of all series was the one that kept lingering to this Ash shit.
Oh yeah.
No,
And
that's
it
fair.
was kind of, and it did get tiring. Like I do love Ash. I'm actually
Oh, definitely.
yeah. I was like Ash is one of my favorite characters. But then as time went on, I kind of already said, you know, Ash should have been gone a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like that I had that feeling for so long. So that's why I kind of like almost
Yeah.
like that's why I kind of like I felt tired. Like I kind of didn't want to jump into a new series because I wasn't sure how I was gonna go, and I was just like, I'm almost like, is this anime's gonna take the same route too? But I feel like they're not.
I was
That's
concerned
why,
with that statement.
that's why strangely made me like him again. But after that, I was just like, yeah, I'm done with Ash.
I was gonna say, to me, I agree with Nessa. I think the biggest concern I had back then was with that Pikachu at first. Captain Pikachu concerned me because it was like,
Here you
oh,
go.
they can't let go of Pikachu, and they even brought the VA back. So they, no matter how far you want to take away from what the original series was about, you can't let go of a Pikachu. But these two episodes came in and showed us that no, you could still have same species, but they could be on a completely different league than what you expected from it. Which
I felt
honestly
the
is
same
a
about
breath of fresh air.
Charizard. Because that it's just, it's another Charizard.
Yeah.
Because we just, it's the same thing, really. Because every series has to have a Charizard in some way.
Yeah, but I like that this Charizard stood on its own too.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 100%, yeah.
So I just hope that we get to explore more of these characters, especially Pikachu and Charizard more, just because I need to get a better feeling of their character and what they really are. Although knowing Captain Pikachu, he is not going to let go of that I really want to see. I really want to see what they could do to frighten up that Pikachu, though. There has to be something.
They got a backstory with him as a Pichu. He's the day he gets his hat and all this stuff.
I'm glad they gave Captain Pikachu a very unique moveset. I was afraid that his moveset was literally just going to be Ash Pikachu copied and pasted. Nah, they gave him Double Team and Thunder Punch. Right off gate, I'm like, oh, cool, those moves.
And
I kind of
then
wonder what's his fourth move because I actually thought at first he knew Charge because the way it was like after.
Yeah,
I actually thought it wasn't.
I thought it was Lightning Rod.
No, that's an ability.
Ability.
That's an
Ability.
Yeah, I know, but he
I
was
didn't-
in a
I know, but-
thunderstorm. And
Yeah,
he was
yeah, I
hit by
wasn't sure.
lightning.
Yeah, I wasn't sure though. Let's be
Well,
honest.
the
Like a
fourth
Pikachu.
move hasn't been unleashed
Revealed.
yet.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's Iron Tail. I don't think they're going to give Pikachu 3 electric moves. That's stupid. And then
Yeah, that's what I feel like.
double team is strictly for evasion. So I think Iron Tail is the only logical.
No,
or
I
course-
want it to be mind blowing. He knows fly.
Or they should give him play rough.
They
Yeah, they
should
give
give
Play Rough.
They
could
technically should give
him-
him Surf because of Captain Pikachu. But
They could do Brick Break.
nah,
No, that's
Thunder
another
Punch
fight,
already
yeah.
exists.
Yeah, Thunder Punch.
Yeah, we don't need it.
High jump
Body
kick.
slam.
Let's go.
Either I can agree with Surf or play rough because he'd probably be like because he is kind of like a rougher Pikachu, so I could see him one of those moves.
I need something super wild.
Ooh,
I need something
electric
that
terrain would be neat. Actually, wait a minute.
I need
I
him
think,
to use judgment. Let's go.
I think Surf would be a good choice.
Surf would be hilarious.
Yeah, I feel like Thunderbolt's gonna be gone for a long time because they're probably like, thank God, I don't want to animate all the time like they did before.
No, but Surf is.
I think
also
they should have
pretty
given him
good, yeah.
Thunder. I think Thunder would have been good.
I
He
would.
doesn't need 3 electric moves.
Yeah,
I know, but
I was gonna say what's
Because if a
because
ground type Pokemon shows up, he's useless.
here's the thing though, Tyrone. He's mainly a physical user from what it seems.
Yeah.
he's all
So
physical.
would Surf really
it's gonna be
work
physical.
on that side though?
I mean, that's the only thing we got. Other than that, or I guess, like you guys said, fly. That was
I want
the-
extreme
Play rough.
speed. Let's go.
Extreme.
I kind of
that'd be
want
cool.
reversal.
That would
Wait,
actually be cool. Yeah, reversal would be cool.
What does reversal do again?
The lower Pikachu's health is, the more damage reversal does.
It kind of like Riolo had it or Lucario in Journeys.
Really? Never remember it.
Oh no, it was no Lycanroc did. Right?
Just like in Rock.
Oh, we can learn dig.
Leon.
Oh,
I
give
does
him dig.
counter.
Oh yeah, sorry, it was counter.
Yeah, the in XY the Punk Rockers Pikachu knew dig.
Yeah, it was Dig, Thunder Punch.
But he can't dig in the sky.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why he didn't.
I don't think
no,
yes.
you know what it reminds me of? It's that meme where they had the fight against Shauna in the bridge. And you had a Pokemon use dig in the bridge.
And it
just
fell
falls.
through the fucking bridge. Yeah.
Grass, no, Thunder Wave, Rest. Yeah.
I
Substitute.
died.
would be funny,
Substitute
but no.
sounds cool.
Hey,
but double team.
substitute
I think
combined,
so-
substitute combined with double team would be raw as fuck. Actually,
Yeah.
I can see
I thought it was really cool how they used it though in this episode with Double Team, that he was like actually attacking with it, but it was all a fake out. That's so cool.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
fake out. Fake out would be fucking awesome.
Someone said give it seismic toss. It's like a toss
my
off the
God.
ship.
Oh my god.
No, you know what I need? I need foresight. Why? I
Uh.
need to have that goddamn joke I said months ago about it just
Yeah.
zooming into the ship.
I'm so waiting for that too, KG. I'm so waiting for that.
I really hope it does.
I feel like they're gonna, if they do it,
Yeah, I'm gonna
we
lose my
win.
collective shit.
I would too.
Lordy. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for all our thoughts, no? Did everybody get the chance to say what they needed to share today?
Mhm.
Man, it makes me very happy, though. This is one of those rare instances where I hear everybody in a much more positive light for Pokemon, the anime, for once. God damn it. No more having to think about 25. You know, that was the biggest
Well-
headache of my life there for Journeys. It was just having to think
I'm
of
curious.
25 years, man.
I'm curious about TSS, like what he thinks, because
He better not give another separate
I'm
score, though.
I
It's a
know.
new series.
KG, what the fuck?
You know what I mean? His regular score and his journey score.
Yeah.
Well,
I know that he's not a huge fan of the opening, but I don't think it has anything to do with the singer. It's more the way it's.
Sung.
It took
It's
me
the
like
way it's
10
mixed.
tries for me to get into the song, because the song by itself
To
without
me,
the opening is okay.
the opening is stuck in my fucking head.
I love it now.
I don't remember right now, so I have to probably go back.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's such a catchy
I
song.
like it. It's catchy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's catchy as fuck.
Oh, actually, let's complain about this real quick before I get to it. I hate the opening in regards to the fact that it's not available legally right now.
I know.
The song has officially been legally released in Japan, and you would think, oh man, just like 1, 2, 3, those versions got released, right? And since this isn't based off any character VAs, we don't have to worry about it. Well, yeah, no, we still have to worry about it. Because you want to know why? The cover art for this opening is using Pokemon. And you know they don't do that. So they don't release that because of it.
I want it on
Instead-
Spotify so much.
And now we can't have the song legally here in the West because it features Pikachu, Sprigatito, Quaxley, and Fuecoco. With that being said, if you know some friends, you might.
What
be
I
able to get
think is gonna happen with Roy, by the way, because it's weird. He didn't even show up. Like
He's
even
not
with
our boy.
yeah,
He's
even
not
with
our boy.
even so when traveling companions show up in the opening, I don't think we've ever had a moment like that. Like Serena doesn't join the group, but she's in episode 1. In fact,
Oh,
and
yeah, that's
why
right, yeah.
it starts with her. She doesn't join the group until episode 4 or 5, but we still see her. Here, we don't even see Roy. Part of me also thinks, you know, how, a lot of Cosmic and the others are like, oh, Liko is very much introverted and to herself. I think Roy's gonna wind up being the Ash. He's gonna.
You could tell it just by in the opening how
Yeah.
he's acting. And that's
Yeah,
why
I feel like he's gonna get his own episode,
But
and
the
Liko won't
problem-
even be in
Yeah.
it. Maybe
The problem I have is that I don't. Sadly, we're in a new series. I don't care. I don't. It's hard for me to care. So sadly, Roy, unfortunately, he hasn't shown up yet, but he's already had a bad start to me in my head.
I'm actually kind of optimistic about how this character is going to be, just because, like, I feel like right now it has more of a serious undertone. I think that they do need that lightheartedness, and that's partly because even though it is more of a serious tone Pokemon series, it's still for kids.
Yeah.
And they
And
need
Roy's
that
gonna do that,
lightheartedness.
yeah.
And also, Liko kind of needs someone to kind of
Yeah.
open her up.
She
a bit.
did.
Mhm.
It was called Anne, and the fucking cowards took her away. Honestly,
do-
I feel like Ant's not gonna be gone.
honestly, I'm
She
saying
won't be
honestly,
gone.
if it had been Liko and Anne doing this whole thing, I would be all for it. I'd be all for it. We don't need Roy. Fuck him.
Side note, I like how they you could definitely tell Anne is from Kanto. She has the
She has
fangs.
the
She's
fangs.
very
Wait, the fangs sell it. That's
ambitious.
it.
The thing said she's from Kanto.
Yeah,
How did
it's
that-
the fangs,
This
bro.
shit from Kanto.
She's just very rambunctious. In very like, even I think with her with the accent, whereas I don't know, maybe what's her Liko speaks more politely. There's just it's anyway.
You know,
go
actually,
on.
now that you say
Yeah.
that, Polly, no, that Anne is technically the Ash. She has all of the side that makes her Ash. She likes battling.
I wouldn't
She's
say
very
I
energetic.
wouldn't say she's the Ash. Like, see, that's the problem. Ash, unfortunately, is like, he's not the first person to create a optimistic ass personality.
No.
I just think she's just optimistic and messy. She's actually more like Bianca in my brain.
In my head, the reason why I'm saying it like this is only because of the fact that that's kind of what I thought they were going to go with her. Because, yes, Ash itself is not something that's new per se, but we haven't really been introduced to one who fits the style that Ash has done. Normally, each generation will always have that. As Cosmic already said before, we kind of need someone to take care of the lighthearted note, right? So I think it would be kind of cool had she been sort of that kind of character.
That's what I said. Anne and Linka, this was their thing. Like, I don't care for Roy right now because honestly, I have more of an attachment with the Liko Anne combination.
I feel like because they haven't really focused much on Roy, because I think he's still a little bit off. Maybe like another episode or so.
Yeah, we're probably not going to see him until maybe episode 4 or 5. I guess.
Yeah, because it seems like it's still like part 1, part 2, and I think we're getting to a part 3.
Yeah, so we'll figure that out when the time comes. One last thing though, I agree with Tyrone about the whole Roy thing. You know, you want to know what it is that sold me? It's that first interaction they had. The moment she opens the door and she just sees that pig-style mess on the floor.
Like, our room's a
It's
mess.
like, damn, bitch, you live like this? And then just closes the door afterwards. And then she's like, no, wait, this is the right room. I like that.
I like their dynamic better.
Mm-hmm. I think it would have sold. Maybe she will tag along as the third one later down the road. Who knows? But I really would have preferred had she actually stuck around the whole way through. Actually, it would be kind of funny if she was the Neato thing. Although it doesn't make sense because that's with Quaxley, though, so I don't know.
She lived right when we were becoming besties. I'm like, what the fuck?
No, maybe they did become besties, but we skipped so quickly with that school stuff, so we don't know.
And that's why, unfortunately, I gave it an 8.5. Like, the rush of that is bugging me.
Yeah, I wish it had done a little more. It's not Sun and Moon levels of bad when it comes to it because they actually did school stuff, but it was very, very quick. I would have preferred it if, like, every now and then they come with the ship and pick her up or something, you know, during the weekends or some shit to, like, train her. Which actually makes me beg the question what they're going to do with her story. But I guess we could save that for another time, though, for sure. Hell, for all we know, we could use that as a tripod session. We'll save it for when that time comes, of course. In the meantime, what do you guys say we go ahead and wrap things up for tonight? All right. So, ladies and gents, that is going to be it for our latest session of the PokéPod Masters podcast. I want to thank everybody so much for being with us here tonight. I want to thank everybody who is currently with us in the couch and in the call. Our buddies Tyrone, Miss Cosmic. Well, actually, I got to go back real quick. Mr. Tyrone, Miss Cosmic, Miss Polly, Miss Nessa, and Mr. Dean over here. And there we go. Now we got it. We got to be formal in the beginning and in the end. So, there you go, ladies and gents. And if you want to go and check them out, make sure to go ahead and follow the PokéPod Masters over at Twitter so you can be notified whenever the members do indeed go live. If you want to go and check out their stuff on their respective channels, they will usually be retweeted, and you can check out their information then and there. We hope you guys enjoy the coming weeks ahead, and of course, we hope you guys continue to join us throughout our time in the world of the Pocket Monsters 2023 anime series. So, very, very happy with where things are going. I'm just more happy to see everybody here in this call happy for once with this series. God, it's been almost a long time. It almost felt like 3 and some change of years, bro, to finally be over here again with just positivity. And I can only hope that things stay that way as we continue to progress on with this series and not suffer a episode 7 situation. Please, dear God, don't do that.
Out of curiosity, do you have the podcast from the first episodes of Journeys still?
Oh, yeah, it's the PokéPod World podcast.
I have
on
to go back and
Spotify.
watch how you guys felt about that. Just
Oh
to
no.
be
Okay.
fair.
I can easily go into it quick because a lot of people might be thrown off by this, but the best way I could summarize it back then is that a lot of us were excited for one thing only, and that was the fact that Ash fought against Lugia with Pikachu, and that was pretty badass. But uh, outside of that, all of us were concerned about one thing, and that was the ambition behind the series. Because they
Yeah.
Cautiously, I
Yeah.
think we were cautiously optimistic.
Yeah, it was the
Mhm.
most cautious we've been with a series because hell, even with Sun and Moon, we were more so scratching our heads, but more so with the direction of the style and show premise that they were going for. With Journeys, we were more so concerned over 25 years of history at the time having to be pulled out for that saga. With characters, Pokemon, worlds, settings, etc. It was a lot that they could have taken, and would they take it? So that was the biggest thing. And then I think and then the Ho-Oh episode happened. Actually, no, you know what it was? It was the Ivysaur episode. That's the one that happened where everybody immediately said, okay, it's probably not going to be as crazy as we think it is. And you want to know what episode number that one was?
3.
3.
Yeah.
So-
I remember watching
You know,
that episode and be like, "What the hell did I just watch?"
I remember like I think the first 10 episodes after the Lugia episode, it was kind of like a little more like it wasn't as exciting. I think remember 4 or 5 picked up a little bit, but then after that we kind of like what the hell's
Feel
going
like
on?
nothing happened.
Yeah.
I will give him this though. The Battle Frontier fight I thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Dragonite capture at the time was pretty cool. It is a little
Yeah.
sad that because we don't see the development of it. So,
I-
but that's a story for another day on that front.
Yeah. At least
But
I could say one thing, a positive thing about Journeys.
Mhm.
It seems like Journeys was trying to was actually more excited building its own characters. So it seems like now with Horizons, I feel like now they could truly do that more. Because I actually did like a lot of their designs. For
yeah,
their
no,
characters
no,
of the
I
days.
love the character of the day's designs. They are some of my favorite ones. And hell,
Yeah.
that's what pissed me off the most with the assistants because they were some of the best designs, and we never
Mhm.
really went with them. And
Yeah, we barely realized them.
yeah, so that stung on that front. Anything else on that? Nah. The other good thing
No.
is that it's over, so we don't have to
Yes.
worry about it no more. So,
Yay.
ladies and gents, let's call it a wrap, why don't we? Thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We will talk with all of you lovelies later here in whatever video we make. If you guys wish to continue watching more of the PokéPod Master Podcast, make sure to tune in every night here on twitch.tv/KG Prestige at 9 p.m. EST to watch us live, talk about shenanigans of the week, as well as the latest episode of the newest Pokemon anime series, amongst many other silly things in the meantime. So we will go ahead, we'll end things for now. We hope to keep you guys surprised for what the week has to offer. It's going to be fun. And also, I just realized my thing's about to die right now, so I probably should wrap it up.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. We'll talk with all you lovelies later in whatever video we make. Take care, everyone. And as always, have an awesome day. Would this be considered session 1? No, this is considered session 14 because we technically did session 1 with the first episode of MPM. So we're still following the numbering with that. Season 2 will probably start in 2024, though. So look forward to that. All right, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Actually, now thinking about it. Oh, thank you, Duck. Hold on a second. Let me go ahead and make sure.
Hence,
Is there anybody that we know that's currently streaming? No. Okay, never mind.
Uh-uh.
All right, bye everybody then.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.